Hello. Hello, hello, hello. 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 Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hello. I'm here. Moderately on time. I did say I would start at 12 a week ago. And I am 40 minutes later than that. But I did say I'd start an hour and a half at 1 an hour ago. And I actually started in an hour. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Turns out, who would have known that me planning a time to do something a week ahead of time doesn't work out as smoothly as you'd think, because I can't really hold a sleep schedule and also don't get consistent sleep whatsoever. So yeah, but I am here moderately on time. I think it's okay. 40 minutes is not the biggest deal in the world this time around, so it's okay. Maybe I beat myself up a little bit too much about being late more than I should have, but that's okay. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Welcome to the stream. Lufkins, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you. As always. Pandonix, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you as well. It has been a while since I last streamed. I did say today would be a serious stream because I didn't want people kind of jumping in, because like not everybody follows my Twitter or my Discord, or like they might just see I'm streaming and like I said, like they just might not follow stuff, and so they might click on expecting a fun gaming stream, but that's not really what today is. So I know the purpose of this stream might seem a little redundant for people, because it's not something that most people would do, talking about this kind of stuff. But for me, it's kind of important, and that's all that really matters to me. I don't know. I feel like I owe an explanation. I know that most people say I don't really owe anything, but that's not really how I operate. So I don't know. I feel like it makes me happy to kind of explain and be honest. And so yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna talk about stuff honestly. I mean, I know it's not the most fun stuff to hear. It's kind of depressing, but I want it to be out there for people to know. You know what I mean? And be able to know everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Because I do feel like I owe it to people. Because I mean, like as someone who watched a lot of streams in the past, I know that if you do watch a stream regularly, it can be pretty sad to. I mean, like when you watch these big streamers and stuff, they're just gonna keep streaming as long as streaming is a thing. You know what I mean? Because it pays their bills and it supports them, and why would they stop? But I mean, if you imagine watching like a big streamer and then suddenly they just have to stop streaming, it's a little saddening. So I don't know. I feel like from that perspective, I feel like I want to explain to people so people can at least know. I feel like I owe something, because I know how much tuning into a stream regularly can mean for some people, because I've been there myself. And so I feel like I just want to talk about it. And it also gives me some peace of mind. So what is up, Gabby? How you doing? It's good to see you. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Also, I want to talk about the plan going forward. Because I do plan to stream a little bit. I can't stream daily anymore. Definitely not. But I do still plan to stream a little bit for a variety of reasons. And I do want to talk about all that. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I should just start talking about it. But so when I started streaming again in late 2022, I did say that I didn't know how long I was going to be able to stream for, and that is for a variety of reasons. But I knew that I wanted to come back and stream again because I really wanted to, and because I really enjoy streaming and it really means a lot to me. But I didn't know how long I'd be able to stream for reasons outside of my control. And so I said that preemptively, but I said that I would always let people know, because in the past when I streamed for 2022, kind of disappeared, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit better than I did in the past now. Um, but and we'll get to that. I'm gonna go through the time frame, but I'm just kind of setting the scene, so to speak, right now. Um, so yeah, I said that I wouldn't know how long I was gonna stream for, but I'd let everybody know what the plan was because I didn't want to just disappear again like I did in the past. Because I felt really guilty for that, and I did not want to do that again. So I have been kind of letting people know that, hey, like I haven't. The thing is, I didn't want to say it publicly, like post a big message about it in my Discord. So you might not have heard me talk about the fact that I might have to stop streaming in the next year, 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, like, and it's gotten shorter and shorter and shorter up until now because I didn't make a big post in Discord about it because I didn't want people to think I was like trying to make people feel bad or trying to like get any kind of pity or like trying to like influence people in any way. You know what I mean? I didn't want that. But I was just trying to be honest and fill people in. So you might not know that I've been talking about that stuff for a while. If you haven't heard it in passing, I apologize. But like I said, like I just didn't want people to think that I was like saying it for any kind of like malicious or like manipulative reasons. Manipulative. Um, so that's why I never really posted about it. But the time has gotten shorter and shorter, and it's kind of just life, to be honest. But I'll expand on that more. Um, but like life being the reasons why it's like gotten more impending end. But as you guys know, I've had some PC issues lately. It's not the the be all end all of the reasoning, but the PC issues that I've been having for the last like 2 months at this point. It started like early October. Has meant that I haven't really been able to play anything or enjoy anything. And I mean, I've tried to figure it out as best I can. I genuinely cannot figure it out. And my PC now, just the last couple days, has been making like an awful whirring noise. Um, and I've tried to identify what it is. I'm pretty sure it's the CPU cooler fan. But I have to switch that out too. Um, Basically, my computer's at the end of its lifespan. Like it's 100% on the end of its road. It's on the chopping block, and I needed like a total new one, right? I can't replace the parts because I've done immense troubleshooting to try and figure out what is causing the problem. It's a hardware issue, I'm almost certain, but I can't figure it out. It could be the power supply, it could be the motherboard, it could be the CPU, it could be the graphics card. I really can't tell, and it's unidentifiable at this point. I spent 2 months trying to figure it out. It just I can't figure it out. And the problem is my PC is so fucking old that legitimately people call it e-waste at this point and say that it's not even worth $100. Which is crazy because I bought it for 1,000, but obviously that's how technology works. You go 10 years, value goes down. Even if I tried to take it to somebody like a shop or something, they would just try and sell me a new computer anyways because they don't make parts for my computer anymore. Like the chipset of the motherboard is not supported. The RAM is not supported. Like people like you don't buy DDR3 RAM anymore. At least not for gaming. And it's just pointless. You know what I mean? It's like putting money into an old car. The better thing to do is to save up and buy a new computer. And that's not an surmountable feat. To be clear, I'm not saying that that's like the main reason why. But it means that the stream would be out of commission for like 2 months. Because I would have to I can't buy a pre-built one for reasons. I'd have to buy parts. And I'm going to have to like wait for deals. I'm waiting for Cyber Monday, which is like tomorrow, I think. And I'm going to try and buy some parts. But I have to wait for them to arrive. I have to make sure they all work. If not, return them. I have to wait for like the money to go through before I like build the whole computer because if it doesn't, I can't afford it. So I have to wait. And I might have to return the parts if I can't afford them. You know what I mean? Because like I'm buying them before I really have the money to buy them, if that makes sense. Obviously I have the money in hand to purchase it, but not really to afford it, if that makes sense. But it's during a deal, so it's kind of the only way I'll be able to afford it. So But if I can't end up affording it, then I have to return them and then buy new parts and hope be able to afford them. And then if I can't, I have to return them, and then I have to build it. So, I mean, all in all, that's going to take like a month or two at most, or at least. Which means the stream will be out of commission for that length, no matter what, at this point. There is other potential options for me to like get a new computer, but it's all really half-assed, and it's all like really desperate measures. Like Fluffkins did offer me her computer, which she's very nice for, but I don't want to, take her PC and have her use my fucking shitty one. Especially for DBD, which is the only game she plays, which does not run very smooth or enjoyable on my computer. So that means if the stream is out of commission for like 2 months, the stream is gonna dwindle pretty bad. And I'm gonna talk about viewer numbers here because I have to, and I don't want to make anybody she can learn to hate the game like everyone else. Yeah. What's up, Animal? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Welcome. I'm gonna talk about viewer numbers during today, and I don't want anybody to think that that is a driving factor of my stream at all. I promise, I swear on my life, I do not care. Okay? I do not care. It has never bothered me how many viewers I have. I really do not care. I mean, like, it's not important to me at all. But it's important because if I can't support myself and my cats with the stream, then I can't afford to put as much time into it. And that's just the cold hard truth of life. And it sucks. I do not care how many viewers I have. I have always preferred to do things that I want to do, that I think are fun for the stream, regardless of how many people watch it, regardless of how many people are interested in it. And it's never been about chasing numbers for me. But the problem is that the more people that watch, the more people that can support, and the more support means that I can afford to keep doing it. And that's just the truth of life. It's sad, and I hate talking about it because I don't want people to think that I care about like any kind of big numbers or fame or anything like that. I do not give a shit how many people watch. But it just, if I can't afford to, keep the lights on, then I have to put my time elsewhere to be able to afford to keep the lights on. And if I didn't stream for 2 months, the viewer numbers would dwindle pretty badly. Because that's just the nature of Twitch. It's a like fast come, fast go kind of game. Like as soon as you disappear for a while, you plummet. And that's okay. I don't care about the viewer numbers. But the thing is that if I if the stream doesn't have a chance of growing to the level where I can support myself, I have to put my efforts elsewhere. And the reason for that is because I have 8 cats to take care of. And I don't care about my personal situation or like living situation or living conditions, whatever. I would be fine just streaming and putting all my focus into streaming. And if I, if I don't succeed, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like I would be okay with sacrificing that. And I've thought about that. But the problem is that my cats are pretty old. They're about 10 years old, almost 11. And house cats only really live about like 14 to 16 on average. So they're getting quite old at this point. And I know that they're going to start passing away soon. Because that's the average. And when you have 8 of them, the average is just where some of them will pass away. Some of them will pass away sooner than that. And their living conditions aren't the best. They're not the happiest. Because I'm gonna turn the camera off. Because of me. And I know that. The problem is that they've all been together for so long because they were all born together. They're all siblings. That they don't like being apart from each other. And so I know that if I give them to someone else, they're going to be terrified. They will not understand. I mean, if you think about like a kid taking them away from their family, the kid will eventually understand, whereas a cat will never understand. Like, it's all they've ever known, all they've ever been a part of. And so it is my responsibility to take care of them and to keep them together. And so because they are going to pass away soon, I can't condemn them to keep living unhappily for the rest of their lives. I just can't do that. Good conscience. So you might think, well, what have you been doing, right? What I have been doing is being selfish, which other people that I tell it about won't agree with me. They'll say I haven't been being selfish. But I really enjoy streaming. And I really, really want to be able to do it for the rest of my life. I don't care about how many people watch. I don't care how much money I make. I don't care, like, what the fuck ever. It does not matter to me. I just really enjoy the act of it, and I really enjoy being able to make people happy and talk about gaming and stuff like that, and rant about stupid fucking things like BSG or Epic Games or the fucking Borderlands movie. And so I know I'd be really happy, like very contently happy, to be able to do it every day. And I had the pipe dream, as most people do, that maybe I'd be able to, be successful enough to pay the bills and take care of my cats. And so I selfishly chose to keep streaming on that pipe dream, on that false hope. And I always kept thinking, I mean, Fluffkins can attest to this, that I was being selfish and that I should stop. And I know I'm going to get to this point, because people will say, oh, well, you shouldn't live your life for your cats. But I'm going to get to that. But I always knew in my mind, like, they're getting older. I should stop this. You know what I mean? And, like, at what point do I stop? But the problem is that it's very hard to succeed at streaming. And once I have less time to be able to stream, I know that the chances of success dwindle even more. So I know that if I wasn't able to succeed now, chances are I'll never be able to succeed. And so it really does feel like I'm giving up on it entirely. And I know people say, well, you can still stream like on the weekends and stuff, just like for enjoyment and stuff like that. A lot of people do that. Man, like, I'm not completely against the idea. I'll probably do it. But man, it sounds so fucking depressing. Like, that sounds so fucking depressing. It's like the analogy I've always said. It's like, imagine your favorite food is sitting in front of you and you get to take one bite and you can't eat the rest. Like, that's it. You get one bite and the rest is taken away from you. And it's like, at that point, I don't even want the bite. You know what I mean? Like, that just is going to make me fucking sad. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I mean, like every weekend, to be fair, like people can show up and you can still have that sense of community. Um, and so I am gonna try for that, right? Um, I am gonna try for that, but I can't try right now because I'm not in a life situation where I can do that. Um, and I'll kind of explain that as well. But I am gonna try. Because there's a chance that that one bite can become a bigger bite. You know what I mean? It'd be more enjoyable. Um, and I don't think it'll ever lead to anything like being successful enough at streaming, because I think nowadays the market is so saturated when it comes to streaming that just the chance of success is like minuscule. Um, Especially if you're only streaming on the weekends. Like I just don't think you have a chance of succeeding nowadays if you do that. You need like like lottery luck. But the fuck, where was I? Where should I go from here? It's only been 24 fucking minutes. Fuck, it feels like I've been sitting here for 45 minutes already. So because I would be like out of commission for streaming for 2 months, like I said, because of the PC stuff, and get back into it. It's just the chance of success has dwindled so much that I think it's finally time to put down the false hope, the pipe dream, and stop being selfish and put my time into something that can actually take care of my cats and give them a better life and all that. And it does mean I have to give up streaming, which I really love. And I know people say, don't live for your cats, but I'm gonna talk about some other stuff now that's kind of heavy. I've had these cats for a very long time, and I know some people say they're just cats. They're just animals. But I mean, I've had these cats since I was 14 years old. I've had them for 10 years. And I remember when I was 14, I was pretty sad and depressed. And I really liked cats. I hadn't had a cat for a couple years. And my last cat ran away after he got hit by a car or got his leg stuck in something. He broke his leg, came back. We put like a metal rod in his leg to fix it, and then we like bandaged his leg. This is not connected, but it's just a story. Bandaged up his leg like every day, I think it was, for like weeks. And then once he was fully healed, he left and never came back. So I guess there's fuel to the fire of people saying that cats are assholes. But that was the last cat I'd had, and I really like cats, and I knew as a teenager I wasn't the happiest. I'll say that much. And I really wanted a cat, and my mom was helping a friend at a trailer park, and there was a cat outside, and somebody had thrown her out. I get emotional when I talk about my cats. I'm sorry. Somebody had thrown her out after she had kittens, and they kept the kittens. And give me a sec. And my mom brought her home, and because she had just had kittens, we couldn't get her fixed yet because you can't fix a cat that has just recently had kittens. And so we tried to keep her inside, but she was an outside cat, and so she escaped sometimes, and she got pregnant. And her name was Mouse because she was kind of skittish and timid. But and they were my first 4 cats. And obviously they were nursing, and she eventually, because we couldn't get her fixed, we tried to give her a little outfit, but if she stays inside, then the kittens keep nursing. If she goes outside, then she gets pregnant. We tried putting on like a little outfit on her so they would stop nursing. It was really difficult, and she got outside again. You know, not the best by us, I admit, but and she had another 4 kittens. That was like maybe like 8 months after, something like that. It was like 6 8 months, I don't remember exactly. Probably should have done a better job keeping her aside, maybe stuck in her cage or something, but it didn't work out. And then I had my second 4 cats, and I was very sad as a teenager, like I said. And when they were born, the second litter of cats, it was so cute to see the bigger cats playing with them, and they cleaned them and took care of them. And as a 14-year-old, I wanted to keep all of them, because breaking them up felt very mean. Obviously, as a 14-year-old, I did not understand the decision I was making. Because like I said, now they're not really separable. I mean, they technically are, but it would be immoral. Yeah, the consequences of my actions. And my mom has said, one sec. Sorry, that's somebody outside. I thought it was my computer. My computer's been making weird noises lately. My mom has said that it's her fault, right? She was the adult. She should have said no. But that's not how I roll. And I like to take responsibility for myself. And even though I was only 14, it was still my decision. I still wanted to keep them. I didn't understand what I was agreeing to, but I wanted to keep them. And it's my responsibility. They are my responsibility. And I know they're just cats. People will say that. People will say, "Oh, you can just get rid of them. You know, they'll get used to being alone. Couple years, you know." But I mean, it's all they've ever known is being with each other and being in this house. So, I mean, the one time we took them somewhere else, to be fair, it was bad circumstances, but they didn't even leave a bed for days. They all hid underneath the bed. Except Grayson. But he's a weirdo. 7 of them all hid under one bed for days. They did not move. And I just can't imagine doing that to them, especially alone. Like, I just can't imagine them being alone in that situation. Anyways, I'm getting to the point that actually matters and why this is relevant. So fast forward about, Grayson has no fear. He doesn't. It's really concerning. It's why I don't let him outside. Fast forward about I was 14. God, was it 4 years? Only 4 years? 2019? I would have been 18. Yeah. So like, yeah, 4 years. Fast forward like 4 years, and I started streaming, right, in 2019. And it was late 2019. I started streaming like daily, right? I wanted to try and, you know, make it into a career so I could do it forever. And it was really going well. And I streamed into 2020, and then I like disappeared like a year. That year was the hardest year of my life. It was miserable. I haven't really talked about it too in depth, and I'm not going to talk about it too in depth, but I was in a mentally fucking awful state. Like, I was bad, really bad. I don't even remember what I did that year, like, at all. I didn't leave my room at all. I didn't leave my bed. The only thing I did was get up to take care of my cats, get up to eat, and go to the bathroom. That was it. I'm not even joking. It was like, it was miserable. I'm not gonna get into why it was miserable, because that's like very personal stuff. But it was bad. And I had a really rough time. And I did not want to keep going. People can probably allude to what that means. But I did. For one reason. Well, 8 reasons. Because give me a second. Because I knew that nobody else was going to keep them together. If I was gone, there is no world where all 8 of them stay together. And so in my mind, and I can say this with full-hearted confidence, because I know it's true. I lived it, and I've thought about it. They saved my life. And I know they're just cats. They didn't do anything. But I know that if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And I feel like I owe it to them to do the best I can. Give them the best life that I can. And it doesn't matter if I have to give up on things that I love, or make myself a bit unhappy in the process. And I know that some people say that's fucking stupid. Some people will say I'm a fucking dumbass. And they're just cats. But in true Thai fashion, I don't give a fuck what other people think. Because I know that if I threw caution to the wind and gave up on them and didn't take care of them and only cared about myself, I wouldn't be able to live with myself for the rest of my life. So that's all that matters to me. So that is the driving factor behind me having to give up streaming. And I know some people will say, who the fuck cares? You just fucking stop streaming. Nobody cares about this shit. I don't know. It's like, I'm not the happiest individual, as most people can probably tell. I put up a good face though, don't I? But I know most people don't talk about stuff like this. People don't open up this much. And I think it's really sad and pathetic that our world, everybody just hides how they're fucking feeling. Fucking sad. It really is. It pisses me off. But I'm just being honest. And I don't want a pity party. I don't want anybody to feel bad for me. That's not what this is about. It's kind of for me, as my stream has always been. It's also to explain my reasoning. Because I feel bad. I feel bad that I can't stream anymore. Because I do know what it means to people. And I know that, or what it can mean to people. And because I've been there on the other side. And so I feel bad. I feel like I'm letting people down. Like I've kind of failed. Because I wasn't good enough to be able to keep doing it. You know what I mean? And so I do feel like a failure. Regardless of how many times Fluffkins tells me I'm not. But I feel bad. And so it's to explain myself, to be honest, and to I don't know, just get it off my chest, I guess. But as always, the stream is, for me, I talk about whatever the fuck I want. But I know I'm stupid. And looking back on this, I'll probably laugh at myself, right? Well, probably not, no. But I don't know. I've never been the most happy individual, though. So, that's probably a driving factor on why everything feels so fucking awful. But this is what it is, right? But yeah. So going forward, I will stream for myself just because I enjoy it, and who knows, maybe I can do it on the weekends and stuff. But my first and foremost focus is my cats at this point. Like before, I was focusing solely on the stream and also taking care of them. But I want to give them the best life that they can, because they can't. I don't got that much long left. I mean, some of them, knowing my cats, some of them will live like 10 years. They'll live another 10 years, and they'll be like, "Fuck you." I'm here for a long time. But that won't be all of them. That's the thing. That's not how averages work. There's a high end and there's a low end. So I know that, I mean, some of them might only have 2 to 4 years left at most. And that's scary. And they're going to get old. They're not going to be able to see, they're not going to be able to play. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I know that way too much of my emotional well-being at this point is trapped in those cats. I know that. But don't really have anything else to be happy about. So I just how it is. I mean, other than streaming, my life's really not that great, and my living conditions aren't that great either. But I'm generally not the happiest. I haven't been the happiest for a long time, years. But streaming has made me happy. Streaming has really meant a lot to me. I really can't express it enough because I've always known how much it meant to me. But man, I always thought about, saying, "Hey, I have to stop streaming." I've always said that, and I I've always thought about saying it. And so when I actually said it, it didn't feel all that bad. But the days after felt fucking awful. Because I had nothing to look forward to every day. And nothing to be happy about. And so it felt fucking awful. And my mood definitely came crashing down. And so it definitely supported how much I thought it really meant to me. Because when it came down to it, I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. But the day after, I felt really fucking shit. I've been feeling a little bit better just because I'm just accepting that this is how things are now. And I've just been trying to keep busy and making plans for the future in terms of what to do going forward in my life. And so keeping busy has distracted me from being unhappy. But I mean, I know this is just how life is. You know what I mean? I know. But I think because of the life that I've led, I think it's pretty tough for me to be able to handle it because I don't really have anything to be happy about. I mean, I don't really have anything. So streaming was the one thing that I looked forward to every day and kind of kept me happy. But I know it's a privilege too. So I know that people will say oh, be just a little privileged bitch. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Live life like the rest of everybody. But I mean, I don't know. Without it getting real personal, I don't feel like I've been dealt the greatest hand in life. Yeah. Yeah. But I know it's a privilege to stream. I know it's a privilege to even be able to have a year like I had where I just didn't do anything and was just miserable. I know that's a privilege. You know what I mean? Not everybody can do that. But it didn't feel like a privilege. You know what I mean? Who needs happiness to keep going when you have spite? Yeah. Not wrong. I don't know who I'm spiteful of, though. I think I'm just spiteful of myself. Yeah. I mean, I know that life in general, yeah. I don't know. Life isn't unfair, though. People are the ones that are unfair. We've just made life unfair. You know? Like, life itself isn't unfair. It doesn't discriminate, it doesn't pick and choose. You know? Just things happen. But people do. People pick and choose. So, I don't know. I don't really hate life. I just feel like I hate how society's ended up sometimes. But I mean, it's probably just because I'm an unhappy person. I realize that. But what else is there to talk about, really? Talking about my plan going forward, because that's important. I think that mostly sums up everything in terms of why I'm not going to stream anymore, and kind of explains it and my headspace. But yeah, I mean, I've touched a little bit on what streaming has really meant to me, kept me going. You know, have something to look forward to every day. But I do want to talk about like streaming in general over the last 5 years. I've been doing it, or actually even longer than that, because I did stream before that too. But I'll talk about my plan going forward first, and then we can kind of reminisce a little bit. My plan going forward is for my YouTube channel, I'm going to keep uploading. I really enjoy making videos, and I really want to upload all that stuff that I have left, and I said that I would. I said that I would upload all that stuff, so I'm going to, and I'll get there eventually. It's a lot of shit to upload, but I am gonna get there eventually. So I will keep uploading to my YouTube channel. It will be old stuff that was already on stream and some new stuff. Like I did want to I wanted to record a video about some DVD stuff, I had a Deadlock video I wanted to upload. Some Call of Cthulhu, maybe. I kind of wanted to make some videos about that. So that's some stuff that isn't just old footage. So I will be posting on my YouTube fairly consistently, like probably like twice a week still, because that's something I can do while I do other stuff. Because I can do it in like little bursts here and there. You know what I mean? Like sitting down for like an 8-hour stream is like a big commitment. You know what I mean? Like I just don't have, like, I'm gonna be very busy to not, I won't be able to do that. So in terms of YouTube, I will still be uploading up on there, so you can watch that if you're interested. I know it's not the same as live stream content, but if you do want to watch that stuff, it is there. I don't get anything from my YouTube channel, literally nothing. You don't earn anything from YouTube until you get 1,000 subscribers, so it is just for fun. And so if I'm busy, it will fall behind, and I'm not gonna put it above anything else in my life. Just FYI, because I have to focus on my cats. So the YouTube channel will just be in my own time, but I will keep uploading to it like regularly. So you can watch that stuff if you want. Other than that, when it comes to streaming specifically, which is probably what more people are interested in, I am going to stream all the games that I said I would. That is something I will do. I promise. I swear on my life. I will not do that. Because that's who I am. I said I would, and I'm going to do it. I said I'd take care of my cats. I'm going to do it. Like, that is how I operate. It's what drives me. If I said I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how it goes. I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how much effort it costs. So I am going to stream all those games that I said I would stream. The problem is I just can't stream them quickly. So it will take a long time. But I will stream them all slowly but surely. And I'm going to be planning my streams ahead of time. So mostly on weekends. And I'm going to be like telling you guys like, hey, I'm going to be playing this game at this time, on this day. You can tune in if you want to. And I'll post about that on my Twitter and my Discord. I doubt very many people will tune in because, that's just the nature of Twitch streaming. If you don't stream consistently, people aren't going to tune in. But I can't stream every weekend. That's just not something I can promise or anything like that. But I can post about when I will stream, like ahead of time, like maybe a week ahead of time or something like that, just so you guys know what's going on. And yeah, I'm going to be doing that. The thing is that I'm not going to be focusing on doing those streams anytime soon unless they are time sensitive. So if they're time sensitive stuff, then I'm going to be trying to get those done sooner rather than later. I'm going to be doing them whenever they're time sensitive. But everything else is going to wait until I have a working computer and I have figured out some other life stuff, big life stuff, and what I'm got going on, and I'm kind of in a more stable position. So that is going to be like put like majorly on the back burner. I mean, I can't say how long. I have no fucking clue. There's some stuff I'm doing right now which I might be able to stream like within next year. I might be able to stream like, every weekend, or I might not be able to stream at all. So it's very much up in the air. I will give you guys info when I can, 100%. But like I said, streaming is just going to be not a main focus anymore. So it's very much going to fall on the back burner. But I'll still keep you guys updated whenever I have info to share. There is some time sensitive stuff soon that I am going to do, even though my computer is still shit now. The Game Awards are on the 12th. I will be streaming that. I will be streaming the Game Awards. So on the 12th, I'll be live, and I'm going to try and maybe do a DVD stream within the next couple days, because I said I'd play the Houndmaster, so that's just like one stream. We'll do that. And I said I'd play the DVD Christmas event, so there will probably be 3 streams in December, and maybe a movie stream too, because I can just slap that in there, and my computer works fine for that. So I think there'll be 4 streams in December. So throughout the rest of December, I think I'll stream like 4 times. And in January, I have no plans to stream, probably. And in February, probably, because I need to get my computer sorted and figure out what I'm doing with other life stuff. So, yeah. So, like, 4 streams in December, probably, and then, like, no streams for a couple months. And after that, it's kind of up in the air. Like I said, like, I could be streaming every weekend, depending on how some things work out. Or I could be not streaming at all because I'm too busy. So, sorry, I just popped my finger really bad. So that's kind of how that is going. But I will stream all the games that are on that list. It's the list that is in my announcements channel in my Discord. If you do want to look at that, if there's anything on there that you'd like to see me play, I will be streaming it at some point. Obviously, it could be years in the future, so I guess this is useless information. But yeah, in the announcements channel, it's a pinned message, so you can look at that. Everything that's on there will be played eventually. All the games on the wheel too. I don't really know how to handle that. I'll figure that out when I get there, I guess. But first order of business is getting a working computer that isn't falling apart. And I also am going to yeah, I'm still going to be uploading to the VODs channel as well. So if you do want to follow the VODs channel, if I do play any of those games, the VOD will be uploaded on the VODs channel so you can watch it back. It won't be live, obviously, which I know some people are not going to be happy about, but it'll be, on the VODs channel. It won't be the biggest deal, to be fair. I think the VODs channel is good because, I mean, even if you stream daily, not everybody can catch everything that you've played. You know what I mean? So I think it's fair. And I still want to play all the games because then there's at least, they go up on the VODs channel. And I said I would. Do people really care if I play these games or not? No. Most people probably wouldn't give a shit. But I give a shit. And it matters to me because I said I would. And so I'm going to do it because that's how I am. So that's the plan going forward. I know it's not a happy plan, but it's the best I got. So I'm sorry. I do feel really bad that I can't stream every day. I mean, I know there's some people that tune in super regularly, and it makes me sad because yeah, it does make me sad. I feel bad. I wish I could have done better. You know what I mean? I wish I could have done better. And I do feel like, maybe I should have tried harder, been more on time, played like one game more instead of playing whatever the fuck I wanted. Started at a specific time, you know what I mean? Like maybe I should have just tried harder. But like I said, my living situation stuff isn't the happiest, definitely not. And I don't know. I mean, I tried. I really did try. But I just fell short most of the time. Which is my fault. And so I apologize. I wish I could have done better. I feel like I let people down, let myself down. I do feel like kind of a failure. I don't know. People say you tried, right? You tried. You tried to accomplish what you wanted. Tried to chase a dream. But I don't want a participation trophy. Not a failure, thank you. If I didn't succeed, that's failure to me. Doesn't matter how far I got, doesn't matter how hard I tried. Still failed. You know what I mean? That's all that matters at the end. If I hadn't tried or if I had tried, the outcome would have been the same. So, but I don't regret streaming. Not at all. I mean, I'm proud of what I did, but I still feel like a failure, if that makes sense. Because I do realize that, I mean, like I said, like I've been on the other side and I know that it really can make people happy and help people through tough times and stuff. I don't know if I have. I mean, some people said I have in the Kudo board and stuff. But so, I mean, that does make me feel like, I did something. I just feel bad that I've kind of failed, I did want to look back on streaming, kind of to reminisce, but also, I don't know, just talk about it in general. And look at all of my streaming I've ever done. I've really enjoyed the last 2 years of streaming. It's been about 2 years. I started in September 2022. I've been trying to stream daily ever since then. I know I didn't always stream daily and I kind of fell short, but I did try. So, I tried. I mean, I was always trying. Like, literally for the last 2 years straight, I've been trying my best at streaming. I just failed. That's all. I tried, but I failed. That's all. But I was trying. I'm looking at the chart. So I think the first time I streamed, hard to tell, but I just want to say I have absolutely nothing to apologize for. I've really enjoyed. I shouldn't read this out loud. Sorry, I'm gonna fucking break. Thank you, Gabby. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. And I don't want anybody to feel bad. Like if you don't plan to tune in as much, or if you're not able to, it's perfectly okay. It literally, like, I hold no ill regard. Like I said, I don't want this to be like a fucking pity party. It's not what it's about. Not what it's about. It's just, I don't know. I'm a very open person, and so I just want to talk about it. You know what I mean? It's just kind of how I am, and it's definitely eating me up. So I just want to talk about it. I don't want anybody to feel bad or feel like they have to tune into the future stuff or anything like that. Like, it's there if people want it. If not, perfectly okay. That's always how I've been with streaming and with videos and stuff like that. It's like, it's for me. You know what I mean? And if it can be for somebody else too, that's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? But thank you for the kind words. I do really appreciate it. I do really appreciate it. It means a lot. And I'm glad that, you know, I could make you happier, make you smile in any way. Sometimes sometimes it's harder to smile than people think. That's what life's taught me. And so I know that, you know, helping people in that way can be meaningful. You can only do as much as you can do. Yeah, but if the as much as you can do is pretty fucking low, I don't know. That makes me feel like I just need to do better, you know? I don't know. That's who I am, though. I'm never proud of anything I do. I'm a goalpost mover. Which is a great recipe for eternal unhappiness. But I don't know that I can fix it. It just feels like who I am. I don't feel like I can change it. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy with some of the streams I've done and stuff, like, but I always see things that I could do better. You know what I mean? Step one, leave the goalpost where it is. Yeah, but who places the goalpost? Who places it? Who decides what is good enough? I do. And I can't decide. Use a place in concrete. Yeah, but I can't decide. I'll find a way to move that fucking goalpost, even in the concrete. I'll fucking cut it out with like a saw and then move the concrete too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that people don't talk about this kind of stuff, like emotional, meaningful stuff, and I think it's sad. I know it makes me come across like a little bitch, but I don't know. I think it's important to talk about stuff and be open. It frustrates me how like just unmeaningful a lot of people are. Like they don't say things that should be said. You know what I mean? Not open about life. You know what I mean? So I mean, the only thing I can do is be the person I want to be. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I feel like it's important to talk about stuff. Making one goalpost. If you want to do more, add another one instead of just moving one forever. Yeah, but the problem is that the second goalpost invalidates the first goalpost. Communicating openly and honestly, letting people in. Are you quite mad? Yeah, I think I am, honestly, at this point. I think I am quite mad. But I'm okay with that. Okay with it. Cares. In terms of other stuff to talk about, talk about my streaming that I've done over the years. Dude, my headset's fucking falling apart. The ear cup's falling off. The fucking headband at the top is gone. I'm like squishing my head. Fucking awful. I think I'm getting a new headset soon though. I think I can look at Twitch tracker. I don't know. I just want to reminisce on the streaming I've done over the years and just talk about it. Not for any specific reason, but just to talk about it. I look at my all-time. I don't know if I can. Can't really show this on stream because there's ads and shit everywhere. Who knows what might show up? So trying to look at this stuff. So the first time I streamed, I think was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was in 2017. And it was a PUBG stream called Testing Things. I remember very vividly that stream. For some reason. And I was just testing if I could stream. I really liked PUBG at the time. It was in like early access or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. It was like really fun to me because it had that Arma style, and I was a big fan of Arma 2. Played like 1,500 hours of that shit, and so I played a shit ton of PUBG, and I was playing with friends and stuff, and I really enjoyed playing solo, and I had always thought about streaming. It's funny actually because before I even did this stream, I talked with Buffkins about it quite a bit, and I said that I really wanted to stream, but I just couldn't work up the courage to do it. Which is funny looking back on those messages and stuff. And I remember, I only read those messages somewhat recently, and I remember that when I would go to stream and stuff, I would look at the button, and I just wouldn't be able to bring myself to press it. Like, all I had to do was press it. There was nobody waiting on me, nobody ready to watch. Nobody even knew I was going to stream. You know what I mean? It was just in the middle of the night, by myself. All I had to do was press the button, and I just couldn't do it. And I remember I really wanted to, but I couldn't bring up the courage to do it. I would have been like 16 at the time. You know what I mean? So I was nervous, and it's just couldn't bring myself to press it. I mean, if you've ever used OBS, it's kind of intimidating. It's just this start streaming button. You know what I mean? And you just gotta press it, and as soon as you press it, that's it. You know what I mean? And there you can turn on a confirmation box that says yes or no, because that could be useful. So that way you don't press it on accident. But eventually I worked up the courage. I'm not exactly sure how, or if it was like a specific moment. I don't remember that, so I don't think so. I think eventually I just did it, and obviously I enjoyed it. I remember that stream pretty vividly. I think there was only one person who tuned in, which was a friend of mine, and that's where I got the clips of. I wish I had saved every stream I ever did. I wish I had, but sadly not. But that's where I have that PUBG clip from like the very first stream I ever did, basically. And that was a long time ago, man. 7 years, basically. It would have been like late 2027 or 2017. So about 7 years. I mean, yeah, I would have been. I'm 23 now. Would have been. Fuck math. My brain is melted. 16. I was 16, yeah. So very long time ago. For me, I mean, I know 7 years isn't as much to some people, but 7 years is long time for someone like me. I mean, it's 1/3 of my life. So, but one sec. All right, hello. Sorry. Can turn the camera back on. Should be okay. So yeah, I remember that PUBG stream pretty vividly, honestly. And I waited a little bit, and after I found out that I could stream, I didn't really stream any more than that. But in February 2018, I streamed again, and I kind of was trying to do it a little bit more, because I had a little bit more what I was able to do, but I didn't tell anybody. I was just doing it in my own time, just for fun. Some of my friends, obviously, knew, but nobody really tuned in. To be honest, there was 2 people that tuned in, like legitimately 2 people that I remember ever tuning in. And I was just playing PoE. It's the only game I played and streamed. I think I did some DVD as well, a little bit of DVD. But it was in February, March, and April 2018, and it was terrible streams, terrible streams. They were terrible, really bad. The audio quality was bad. I wouldn't talk sometimes. Sometimes I would sing along to songs, badly, obviously. They were terrible streams. Not good. I'm happy I didn't save any of them because it would have been fucking cringe. So, but yeah, they were not good. Sleep streams. No, yeah. People did fall asleep, I think. But yeah, one of them was the same friend who clipped the other stuff. They still tune in now, actually, occasionally. Not as much anymore, but you know, life happens. I'm not upset about that. And there was one guy who tuned in a lot, who was a big fan of PoE, chatted. That's where the Despacito came from. I don't know if anybody knows about the Despacito meme. You fell asleep on stream. Oh no, yeah, this is true. I did do that, but to be fair, I did that after too. You're not wrong. I never fully slept on stream, FYI. Only micro sleeps, but I have micro sleeped on stream often. I've even said stuff because I was dreaming on stream. I'm not even joking. This has happened once. I'm not gonna say when because it's embarrassing. But I remember one specific time I said something and I told Fluffkins about it because I had a dream and I said something out loud on stream and it was really bad. So yeah, like I said, I've never really had good sleeping habits. Part of it's probably because of my living conditions and stuff like that, 100%. I've never been able to sleep healthily. So yeah, I did fall asleep on stream. So at the end of that little streaming burst of February, March, and April 2018, I did get raided by Pox, actually. If anybody plays PoE, you've probably heard of Pox. Really cool dude. I really like him. I liked him before the raid as well. I had watched his stuff. I like him. He's a cool dude. And he raided me. It was super random. I remember I was leveling a character. I was leveling a Death's Oath character, which he played a shit ton of back then. And he like knew everything about Death's Oath. And he had tons of build guides for it. I was leveling a Death's Oath character to farm Hall of Grandmasters. And I remember I watched back his VOD of when he hosted me. I was curious. And he was like, Death's Oath to farm Hall of Grandmasters. That sounds cool. Let's host this guy. And I remember, and I was like, it just made me really happy. I remember that, and it was really nice of him. He's a super cool dude. And he knew nothing about me. He like I think I had one viewer, or maybe zero. So, and I remember that nobody stuck around. There was maybe one person or two people, like tons of people talked when the raid happened, and then like one person stuck around. And that's because the streams were shit. I'm not surprised. Like it was entirely my fault. The streams were shit. Like it was bad audio quality. I wasn't really entertaining. I wasn't really talking all that much. I was definitely nervous to the point that I was not able to handle myself with that many people and the raid happening. Pox is a Giga Chad. No, he is. I like Pox a lot. He's a cool dude. I liked him. Like I said, I watched him even before the host. Like the host was just like really cool because he was actually somebody I liked and watched. You know what I mean? Like I knew him, not like knew him, but like I watched him. You know what I mean? So it was surreal to be hosted by him. It was super cool. And I will always remember that moment for sure. But yeah, the streams were shit, so I'm not surprised people didn't keep watching. But it was soon after that I stopped streaming. It might have partly been because of it. Not because I was like depressed, nobody stuck around. Maybe at the moment. I don't remember that though, so it wasn't like a major thing. But I was still only like 16, and my mom wasn't like the most supportive, and I didn't really have like, you know, I wasn't really set up to stream all that much. So I wasn't really able to continue. But I wanted to. And there was nobody really that I was letting down, or nobody really watched all that frequently. And so I just stopped streaming, to be honest. And just thought like, okay, you know, I'll pick it up in the future when I can. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a big deal. And then a couple years pass. And well, actually 1 year's passed, a year and a half. And I think like, oh, you know, I want to stream eventually, you know, just waiting for the moment. And in September 2019, things kind of lined up. I had more time, and my mom was more okay with it. And I was able to do some streaming. And I remember I started on September 6th, 2019. The only reason I remember this, because of my terrible memory, is because it was the first day of Blight League, and I can just look up right now. Blight League PoE Wiki. Yep, September 6th. There you go. That's the only reason I remember. It was the first day of Blight League, and I remember I streamed it. I had planned to stream it, and I started playing first day of Blight League, and I had a good time. And the streams were a lot better at that point because I was more confident with who I was. I was talking more clearly. I was not singing, and I kind of understood more how to, do a stream and do something that people want to tune into. And the streams were good, honestly. The guy who watched the PoE in the past, he came back and he continued watching, and was watching my PoE gameplay. And I played about 2 months of PoE, a little bit of DVD mixed in there. Actually, I don't think I played DVD in 2018. Maybe. No, I think I did. I'm not sure. Maybe I just never streamed any of it. That's fine. Yeah, so September and October 2019, I played. Actually, can I show this on stream? You know what? I think I can. Let's do that real quick. That's actually nice. It's a nice graph. You guys can look at it. Hell yeah. Yeah. I think this looks good. Okay, yeah, I can bring this up. Sorry, I know that you guys don't have anything to look at. And I know that is not the greatest stream in the world, but the problem is ads are like super targeted these days, and they legitimately tell people where you live and shit. It's really dangerous. So pretty bad. So it's hard for me to bring stuff up on stream. Aha. Okay. That should be good. Yeah. That look good? Can you guys see it? Can you see these little things too? Yeah, you can. Look at that. Boom. So yeah, this was the 2018 that I was talking about. Me waiting at your door after seeing one ad on stream, yeah. So this is the 2018. The Path of Exile. Nothing crazy. And then this is the 2019 with some Path of Exile, some DBD in October. And then I played Tarkov. There's a new Tarkov wipe in November, and I started playing some Tarkov to kind of get into it, and to get ready for the wipe. And I played like some end of wipe stuff just to kind of like get my feet into it. And I started playing, and it was I think it was 0.12 because it had reserve in it and the hideout and all that kind of stuff, all that new stuff. One of the best wipes Tarkov's ever had, honestly. And that was when I got raided, and by Silent Sentry during a Tarkov stream. And that was a very surreal moment, because with the Pox raid, it was the first time I'd ever had that many people watching me, and it was a lot of people, but I think I was too young and the stream was too bad that it didn't really feel like, I don't know, it didn't feel as like, it felt cool because it was Pox that raided me, not because of the feelings that followed after. If that makes sense. But I remember that Silent Sentry raid was like, so many people stuck around, and it really felt like I had a stream. You know what I mean? Like, it really felt like there was people watching and people were enjoying what I was doing. You know what I mean? They were enjoying like me talking, they were enjoying it, and it felt really like it was I don't know what the word for it, but like just like really heightened happiness. You know what I mean? Like, it was I was ecstatic. You know what I mean? I was like, holy shit, like all these people are just watching and having a great time, and it was amazing. And it really was what like solidified, like, I really enjoy this. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy this feeling, and I really enjoy, and I really want to keep doing this. And a lot of people stuck around, actually. A lot of people stuck around uh, from that stream, because I do think my streams were a lot better. So a lot of people stuck around from that raid, and the stream actually grew to like a pretty solid amount. Obviously it says average viewers 31 there. Don't worry about the numbers too much, but it says max viewers 500. Those viewers are not, like, those numbers are not correct. Don't worry about it. I think it was like a 2,000 people raid or something like that. It was insane. And it's funny because I remember people were like, "Oh, you know, you've done it. You know what I mean? You've been successful." Like, people in my life, and it's like, I know that that's not how it works. I told them that, and they kind of brushed it off, and they thought it was just me being, you know, like pessimistic. But I knew that that wasn't how it worked. So when it did dwindle, it didn't bother me that much. You know what I mean? And it really didn't bother me at all. So people who don't understand how streaming works, yeah. And but it didn't matter to me. I remember that in that moment, it wasn't like, oh, you know, this is such a big opportunity. It was, this is, I've done it. You know what I mean? Like, I've experienced what I wanted to experience. Like, I experienced what I needed to experience to show me that I really enjoy this. You know what I mean? Like, I've had that eye-opening experience, and I've had a great time. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what really mattered to me. It wasn't that, like, oh, I've done it, I've, you know, been successful, this is a huge opportunity. It wasn't like that at all to me. Like, yes, I thought that in the back of my mind 100%, but I knew that that wasn't how it worked, and I also didn't really care in the moment. You know what I mean? Because life hadn't fully set in yet, and I hadn't really realized that if I want to keep streaming, I have to be successful. Wait a second. Because I mean, I was only 18. I was still a kid. You know what I mean? So I didn't really realize. But yeah, that November, I think it was late November, the raid happened. So it wasn't, but it was in December and January. The streams were really good. You can see I streamed 250 hours in both of them. Like, I was streaming a shit ton. And I streamed some other games too. You can see I streamed some other games, and the other games, you know, people still watched and stuff. Because there were just like little other games here and there. Like, at the end of a Tarkov stream, I'd do like a couple hours, or if Tarkov was down, I'd play something else. You know what I mean? Or maybe like 1 day or 2 days out of the month. But I played so much fucking Tarkov. So these 2 months went really well. People were really enjoying the streams and hanging out. I played Dark Souls. That was really fun. And a lot of people were still watching. Oh no, this is where I played Dark Souls. So February. I streamed a little bit less in February. Who knows why? Oh, I might know why. I got sick. I remember I got sick early January, February, which honestly might have been COVID-19, because I got like horribly sick. My whole family did. Like, everybody got sick, and it was really bad. It was like weeks of being sick. My throat, like, I couldn't talk. Like, it was bad. And I was like fucking, like, I've talked about this. It's kind of gross, but like a piece of like pink flesh came out of my nose. I think it was part of my sinus. It came out of my nose, and it was very concerning. It was like, what the fuck? A piece of my body just came out of my nose. Because it was real bad. I remember that, but it wasn't the biggest deal. But it might have been COVID-19, because that was around the time that it happened. But from this point on, I didn't need that one anyways. Yeah, from this point on, my life situation kind of got a lot worse, and I was a lot less happy, and I was kind of getting progressively unhappier because of life stuff. And so February, you know, I didn't stream as much, but it went pretty well. We played Dark Souls. I finished Dark Souls into March. And I remember, I think it was mid-March, like March 19th or something. Maybe it was March 9th. I don't know. I really wanted to play Borderlands 3 because it was finally coming onto Steam. And I really wanted to play it. And I knew that it would hurt the stream because of how many, like, because I was streaming Tarkov and it was going really well. But I was really bored of Tarkov. I was like, I played Dark Souls and I played some other stuff and I didn't stream as much. I'm pretty sure, actually, now that I think about it, is I was getting bored. I played so much fucking Tarkov. I mean, if you look at it, I played I played like 600 hours of Tarkov in the span of 2.5 months or something. So it's like, that's a lot of fucking Tarkov, and I was sick of it. I didn't want to play Tarkov anymore. I really wanted to play Borderlands. And that was the first decision where I didn't really like think about the life of the stream. And I do think back on it and like, should I have just kept playing Tarkov? You know what I mean? And I don't know. It would be a lie for me to say that I am not sure if I would have done it the same. You know what I mean? I don't regret my decision, but I wonder, like, what if I had just kept playing Tarkov? You know what I mean? The problem is that I am not good at hiding how I feel because I don't want to hide how I feel. And so I put very little effort into it and I'm not very good at it. So I don't think those streams would have been that fun anyways. I don't think I'm the type of person that can just smile and nod. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be that kind of person. I find that shit like demeaning. I don't like. I want to, I want to express myself and say how I feel, even if people don't like it. But so I don't know. I mean, maybe the streams would have been shit, but it would be a lie for me to say that I don't think back on it and think maybe I should have just done it. You know what I mean? Maybe I should have just kept playing Tarkov because definitely from that decision, the stream definitely plummeted, and people stopped tuning in and stopped watching, and it definitely hurt the stream's chances of success, viability, whatever you want to call it. I don't regret it though, because I know that it's what I wanted to do, and I don't regret the path I've gone down. But like I said, it would be a lie if I said that I didn't think back on it and think, fuck, maybe I should have just played Tarkov. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I should have just kept playing Tarkov and just not cared about what I wanted to do and just, try to be successful and keep streaming. I didn't really think about it that heavily at the time. I was just like, I want to play Borderlands. That's what I want to do. That's how I want to conduct the stream. You know what I mean? Is always make sure that I'm playing games that I like to play, as long as other people, are having a good time as well. You know what I mean? Although I didn't do that fully, and I'll explain that. I didn't think about that as good. Nowadays, I do a much better job. But I was like, I want to play what I want to play. And that's the way I was going to operate. And so I did make that decision. And it definitely hurt the stream. I played a couple other things. I played Borderlands for like 2 months. Tarkov? Oh, no, that was that was the... Yeah, I stopped streaming as much. I don't know. Would you rather have stuck with Tarkov and unhappily been able to keep those numbers, or are you happy with the fact that you kept trying while playing whatever you wanted to play? The thing is that the idea is that you play... I lost followers that much, you can see, because I didn't play Tarkov. I mean, it says I played Tarkov, but I played it because of my birthday. It was like a 24-hour stream or something like that. Or why did I play Tarkov? I don't know. The idea is that you play Tarkov until you are successful enough, and then you can transfer over to other games. Whereas transferring over when you have less people means less of them will stay. Because it's like you're... Think of it like you're like pouring a glass into a smaller glass. You know what I mean? The glass of variety is always smaller than the Tarkov glass, but you have to pour the Tarkov glass into the variety glass. The more water that's in the Tarkov glass, then the more water you can put in the variety glass. I didn't wait for the Tarkov glass to fill up. I just poured it immediately because I wanted to. which meant that not that much water went into the variety glass, which meant that eventually I ran out of water. Does that make sense? In terms of being successful. But so hate streaming Tarkov for a couple years until BSG imploded their own goodwill would have been soul destroying. No, yeah, absolutely. And I'm not very good at hiding stuff like that, so I would have been very miserable. But I mean, tons of people do it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of streamers do that. Like they keep playing the games because it pays the bills, not because they actually want to keep playing them a lot of the time. Like they get so stuck in their way that they don't even realize that they'd rather play something else a lot of the time too. Like they're just like, yep, wake up, play Tarkov, wake up, play DBD. You know what I mean? Like that's just their life. You know what I mean? And I mean, if they're happy doing that, if they're okay doing that, good for them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not hating on it. Like you do you. You know what I mean? But a lot of people do it, so maybe I should have just done it too. You know what I mean? Like I should have sucked it up and done it. I don't know. It's a question it doesn't make me lose sleep at night, but I do think about it occasionally, and I think like maybe I should have just played Tarkov. Maybe things would have worked out. But I don't regret what happened. So needs to be paying the bills before that decision is made, though. No, this is true. This is true. But there was the potential, whereas switching to Borderlands had no potential. You know what I mean? And so if you want to think long term, you kind of need to. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I wasn't really mindful enough to think long term. I think nowadays I would think long term, but nowadays I've made the decision to play what I want to play, not stick to one game. I made that decision because I wanted to. You know what I mean? And I knew that the fact of failure was there, but okay, because I'm still proud of what I did, if that makes sense, in terms of streaming. Even if I, didn't make it or whatever, I'm not able to stream as much as I'd like anymore. I'm still happy. Like I really am happy with the streams that I've had and stuff like that. Like it does make me happy. Like yeah, there's times where I fell short, absolutely, and I'm not proud of myself. But and talking about that, the Borderlands streams were not very good. We talk about the Borderlands streams, they were not very good. Because so one of the bigger problems people have is that they chase numbers instead of their dreams. No, yeah. Numbers have never mattered to me. Never mattered. But the problem is that your dream is attached to the numbers. That's the thing. The numbers inherently have meaning. That's why you have to chase them. Like, some people get lost on the chase for the numbers, but you do have to chase the numbers at some point because you can't just hope things will work out for the best. 600 hours in 2 months, the line has to be drawn somewhere. How many hours are there in a month, actually? That's a good question. How many hours in a month? 700. Obviously, cut that in half. Or cut that in 2/3 because of sleeping. 730 divided by 3. 240. What the fuck? Oh, no. Okay, it'd be 500. It'd be 600. 600. I mean, like... Wait, no, yeah, half. It'd be 500. I'm dumb. So half of my life was... Or half of my day was Tarkov. I mean, honestly, I would have liked to do more, but I mean, I had other responsibilities, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. But the Borderlands streams were not good. I think Fluffkins and Anima are pretty much the only people that watch those streams, and you guys don't have to sugarcoat it. They were not good streams. And the reason why is because I am a stubborn fucking idiot, and I would not give up on finding that Echolog or 100%ing the game. So they were the most boring streams ever. I don't know why I didn't realize. We were present for more of those streams than you were. No, yeah. So they were the most boring streams ever. And for some reason, I was sleeping awfully. So I was like fucking falling asleep the majority of those streams, I feel like. And I was just looking for this fucking Echolog for like weeks, I feel like. I don't remember it that clearly, honestly. They were terrible streams. That's definitely not something I'm proud of. But I learned from it, and that's all you can do, right? When you make mistakes, you learn from it. Delirious and frustrated. No, yeah, it was, I mean, but I'm stubborn, so I did not want to give up. And I will find that echo log. It will be found. I'm not giving up. I remember when I stopped, I was like, I'm not giving up. I'm going to be back for this. I want to make that clear. We're going to find this. But I just wanted to move on to other stuff because like I said, like after early 2020, life definitely went downhill in terms of the happiness in my life because of my living conditions and stuff. But so I was not the happiest individual, and I was done with Borderlands, and I wanted to move on to other stuff. I started playing some Valorant. I remember I started playing just like random variety stuff. We played Total Warhammer. I remember that. And these streams were good, honestly. I didn't stream as much, but I really enjoyed. And this is where we put in the wheel as well. The wheel started in like June 2020. Yeah, you got some wheel games in there. More Time, Force Unleashed, and those were good streams, honestly. I think we had like a couple other regulars, but I think it was just mostly Fluffkins and Anima. And they were good streams. Like I'm happy with all those streams. I think that they were good. You know what I mean? Like I was playing different things. I was happier because I was playing other things. I was having a good time. I definitely didn't stream like a whole bunch. Like I said, I was pretty unhappy at times. So, but they were good, and I was really happy to be playing other things and stuff. And there was some people who were tuning into stuff, probably because the streams were slightly better. Then September 2020. I don't remember, actually. I remember that I disappeared for like a month or two, but I don't remember why. Because I have the VOD of the stream that I did. This, honestly, I don't remember what happened that month or two. A month or two is not a long time. So I might have just been busy. I don't really remember what happened, but I remember I kind of disappeared for like a month or two. Not really sure what happened there. So I can't talk about. I don't even know what happened. Like I said, I was getting pretty unhappy, so maybe it just kind of reached a boiling point, and I, wasn't able to, keep doing my day to day. But I remember I streamed again in 2020, and I think that's when I did Battlefront. Actually, I think that's when I did Battlefront speedrunning. Was in 2020. I think that's right. Yeah, I played a little bit of Dead by Daylight, a little bit of Battlefield, and that's when we did the Battlefront speedrunning. And or no, it was in September, right? Maybe. I honestly can't remember. It was around here. August, September. Oh no, it wasn't August. It wasn't August. Oh, in July. I think I did speedrunning here, actually. The speedrunning was good. I really enjoyed the speedrunning, and we were mixing in other games as well. Yeah. I might have just done a little bit of gameplay here. I'm not sure. I can't remember, honestly. But these streams were all right. I honestly was just like kind of jumping back into it because I was sad that I hadn't been streaming, but I don't think I was really in the headspace to like stream consistently. I played Cyberpunk, which was fun. I remember the Cyberpunk. And then I remember swiftly after the Cyberpunk, I stopped streaming for like 4 months. It was swiftly after the Cyberpunk, and that was honestly because holidays are like really bad for me, because of family stuff and like my living conditions. It's just like really miserable. Like holidays are always really miserable. I kind of dread holidays every year, to be honest, because they're just not pleasant and they're pretty miserable. And I remember that Christmas went really bad, and just following the Christmas, I just couldn't bring myself to stream because, like I said, things had gotten progressively unhappier. And because I mean, like, legitimately from this point, like February to probably like middle 2022, things just went like downhill, like just worse and worse and worse and worse and worse from that point. Like I'm not exaggerating. But eventually I like picked myself back up and I came back in April. So again, I had like disappeared again because it's a really bad habit that I have, but I've worked on it and I have actually improved on it. I do better because I do this to people sometimes too. Like I just disappear for months and I'm just like, oh hey, I'm back. Hello. It's just something that I'm bad at. I mean, I've done it to people and I always feel guilty. It's it's really bad. I'll explain a little bit because like when I disappear for the year, I'll explain my thinking process that kind of attributes to it. But I I've gotten better at it now. And I made a promise when I started streaming again in 2022 that I would do a better job because I really did feel guilty. Um, and I have done a better job, and I've worked on that bad habit of mine of just disappearing on people because it's really not good. So I feel guilty and bad. So I have worked on that, which I'm proud of that I've gotten better at that. But yeah, I started streaming again in April. Played a little bit of Total Warhammer, a little bit of Dead by Daylight, and I remember I jumped on the new league. I don't remember what league it was. Was it Legion? No, it wasn't Legion. I played Legion. Excuse me. What league was it? I'm trying to remember. Oh, no, maybe. Was it the Ultimatum? It was Ultimatum. It was Ultimatum. I remember. It was Ultimatum. Because that was when I was doing the Sandstorm. I was doing Sandstorm. It was pretty much the only character I played, and yeah. So yeah. So like I said, things were kind of going downhill, and I started streaming again in April. So things were still going downhill, but like I was keep trying to stream, despite how fucking unhappy I was and how awful I was dealing with stuff in real life. And my living conditions weren't really supporting the streaming, but I was still trying because I wanted to continue, but I just like it was so difficult and strenuous, mentally and just generally. But so I started again in April, and I played that league. Didn't stream very much, and I remember my last stream was like May 18th, I think. And after that is my birthday, and no, it was May. Yeah, it was May 18th. It was May 18th. It was May 18th. Um, and there's some holidays around there, some people's birthdays, including mine, that effectively turn into like a Christmas. Like it's like, back to back, like family endeavors and shit like that. And like I said, those times are always awful for me. And so it really like hit a rock bottom at that point. And it went really bad. I remember I dread my birthday pretty much every year. I can't remember the last time I was excited for my birthday. Um yeah, I mean like it's notoriously a bad day for me. And so that's definitely where I hit kind of a rock bottom from that point because like I said, it had been going worse. And that's when I disappeared for like a year. And like I said, that year was legitimately the worst year of my life. It was fucking awful. It was like I said, I don't even remember. I don't even know how much that much time passed. Like I don't remember doing anything. I just laid in bed. Like it was bad. But I already talked about that earlier. But yeah, I felt really bad that I hadn't said anything about streaming because at this point there was people who like watched regularly and stuff. And I just disappeared for like a year. I felt really guilty. But obviously I was going through a really rough time, and I hadn't really fully accepted how bad things were. Like I realized how bad things were because of how bad I was mentally feeling. You know what I mean? Like bottom of the barrel, like really bad. But I didn't really understand that it wasn't just going to be as easy to just wake up one day and pick myself up by my bootstraps. You know what I mean? Like it was going to take time. And I didn't really realize that. And so I was just like, okay, well, like, okay, maybe I'll stream next week. Maybe I'll stream next month. And I just kind of kept putting it off, and time just kept passing. And I didn't really realize it because I was so miserable. And I mean, like, it just kept passing and passing and passing, because thinking about doing something when you're that unhappy just makes you more unhappy. So you just kind of try and push it out of your mind and just try and not focus on anything and just like mindlessly get through each day. And that's what I did. So the time just passed and passed and passed and passed. And as time passed, it progressively got harder and harder for me to surmount the idea of saying something, because I didn't know what I'd say. You know what I mean? Because when it's been a week, it's like, oh, had a really bad week, guys, sorry. When it's been a month, it's like, oh, I had a really bad month, guys, sorry. When it's been 6 months, it's like, fuck. When it's been a year, it's like, well, fucking hell, did I die? I mean, like, what happened? And people don't talk about mental health enough. There's a lot of stigma around it, and part of that is that is partly why I don't want to talk about exactly what I was going through, because people are assholes, and I know that I should like face that, you know what I mean, and challenge those people, and that's how you get it better. But I got enough shit to deal with, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want people being assholes to me, or judging me for who I am based off of something that I say, you know what I mean? Like, I'm me. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still the same person I was before. Well, I mean, actually, probably not. I'm not really the same. Death spiral of depression. The further in you go, the bigger the climb out, the less you want to try and climb out, and thus the further you sink in. Yeah, for sure. It was bad, and I'm honestly not really sure why I got out. It wasn't immediately when I kept streaming, as much as I'd like to say it was. I'm not really sure what made me kind of climb out. I know that, like I said, it's my cats is the reason that I'm still here. I know that taking care of them every day is what kept me alive, but I don't know why I stopped being as upset. I think I began to grasp more how I was feeling. Obviously, I was still pretty young. I mean, I was only like 20, 21 or something. Beginning to grasp more of how I was feeling and kind of understand it more, and just decided I had to try. You know what I mean? Try to figure it out. Try to continue, and I mean, I did, and I am proud of myself for that, because I know how bad it was. I know that with mental health, people don't understand it unless they've been through it, man. Like, people don't. Like, I mean, I've tried to talk to people, but they just don't understand. Like, they just don't. And I am proud that I was able to. Like, I know how bad it was. And I mean, like, that could have been the end. I know that. And that's hard to think about, but it is the truth. And since I started doing better, I think like middle 2022. Actually, wait, I can check. Because I got my ass out of bed, and I tried to record stuff, because I was like, I can't really stream. I'm fucking sad. I can't do this. Maybe I can record some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I can record some videos and stuff like that. Like, maybe I can try YouTube. I did not enjoy that. That was not it for me. It was fun, but it was not streaming, and I was just disappointed. I was like, fuck, this is not what this is not what I was looking for. So I tried recording some stuff, because it's very different than streaming. Tried recording some stuff in late 2021. So it would have been like 5 months that I did like literally nothing. And then that didn't go super well, the recordings. And I think the next time I recorded something was early 2022. So yeah, I think I kind of fell back in the hole after that. So it was April 2022. And yeah, I tried recording some different stuff from April 2022 to July, and it just really wasn't it for me. And so I was like, okay, I really want to stream again. And I'm gonna try to, pick myself up and get back into that. And that was September 2022, which is 2 years ago now, over 2 years ago. And that I really was like, I really want to try and do this and achieve what I want to be able to keep doing this, because this really is something I enjoy. I knew from the raid and how much I missed it, that I really loved it, and I knew from the recording that recording just wasn't it. It wasn't streaming. It wasn't what I loved, and I didn't care that nobody was gonna watch. I really expected nobody to tune back in, from like the old days. I mean, Anima was there, which I was like surprised, but also not surprised. I like kind of expected you to be there. You were like the one person I kind of expected to be there, but also there was like no pressure in my mind. I was like, what a fucking weirdo. I was like, I don't know if he'll be there, but like I kind of expect him to for some reason. But I mean, you were there, and other people tuned in after that. I remember it wasn't like that day, but like when I started again on September 1st, I think it was September 1st, yeah. But I said that when I did get back into it, I said that I really want to do like daily streaming. I'm really going to try my hardest, and I'm going to keep people informed as much as I can, and I'm going to do better. You know what I mean? Like and I said that it would take me some time to get into it, but it would ramp up. And I did all those things. I did do all those things. As much as I do hate on myself, I have communicated better, and I've let people know what's going on. The streams have been undeniably higher quality than they've ever been in the past. It's not about the viewer numbers. Like, I know that they've been higher quality. I can see that objectively. I think I've done a better job at picking the games I play and stuff like that. Not being as tired on stream. Sometimes I have been, but definitely not as much as I've been in the past. And I have tried my best. I mean, I know I fall short, and I know that I'm not, the best that I could be, but I have tried my best, and I know that. So, I guess I can be happy about that, but I don't know. For me, it's like, doesn't matter how hard you try if you don't achieve what you're aiming for. It's like, what is there to be proud of? You know what I mean? But I know that is a defeatist mindset, but it's just how my brain works. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me to be proud of something that I didn't hit the mark. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how can I be happy with not achieving what I set out to achieve in the first place? But the streams were good. I started with just DBD. We got into some Battlefront speedrunning. Started playing other stuff for that kind of thing, getting back into the groove of it. And then in January, fucking full force, World of Tanks, bitches. No, we did play some World of Tanks, quite a lot of World of Tanks. For I think it was up until August, yeah. I was mixing in other things here and there. How do I feel about the World of Tanks? I mean, that was a big addiction. It's how I play games. I play games fucking like go hard in the paint, so to speak, for quite a few months and play a shit ton of them. And some World of Tanks, yeah. That's just how I roll when it comes to gaming. And I think that the streams were fun for people who are interested in World of Tanks. I don't think that they were bad streams like Borderlands. I think that they were good World of Tanks streams, but not everybody's interested in World of Tanks. And so that's why I don't really regret the World of Tanks. I know it was a lot of World of Tanks, but to be fair, looking back on it, I did mix in a lot of other games, especially towards the later end. So when I was playing it, it felt like I remember apologizing a lot. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry for all the World of Tanks, guys. And I apologize a lot, more than I should have. I also apologize for being late way more than I should have. I apologize because for me, it feels like I'm failing and I'm like letting people down. You know what I mean? So I apologize because I feel the need to apologize, not because anybody is pressuring me to, or anybody's like, because like nobody expresses like, oh, why are you always late, man? Like nobody says that. But for me, or nobody was saying like, oh, I really wish you'd play some other stuff. You're always playing World of Tanks. Nobody says that. And honestly, I don't even look at the viewer numbers. I don't. Like, I used to. Like, I was like, around this time, I would like kind of look at the viewer numbers because I was like this like area here. Because I'd be like, oh, like what is giving me viewers? You know what I mean? Like, what is giving me viewers? What can I do to the dust? Like, what can I do to, help my viewer numbers and help my chance of success? But I stopped because I don't want to chase the numbers. You know what I mean? I don't want that to be what the stream is about. I don't want to play something just because it's going to get me bigger viewer numbers. That's not like, I feel like it's just so disingenuous. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm going to try my hardest, but I'm going to try my hardest in the way that I think is genuine and makes the stream as good as it can. That's what, and I mean, I know that's not how the world works. Like, that's the thing, but I don't know. I wanted to be successful in the way that I was proud of. You know what I mean? Not just chasing numbers, not just putting on a fake face, not just playing a game I was unhappy with. You know what I mean? I wanted to be successful in a way that I look back on it and be proud of what I did. You know what I mean? I'm proud of the streams that I put on, proud of the games that I played, proud of the, the emotion and the person I was being. You know what I mean? And I am, but I also failed. So, but that's how it is. You know what I mean? Like, if that's just how life is. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? Sometimes you fall short, and that's okay. Imagine. But the World of Tanks, I honestly don't think it was that bad. Honestly, looking back on it, I played a lot of different other games. This is when we reintroduced the wheel as well. In I think it was January or maybe it was February. Or it was February, yeah, because Under Rail was the second game. So we reintroduced the wheel. I was never very good at keeping up with the wheel. I apologize. We played lots of different things. Honestly, all these streams, like, they were all like good quality. There's not really anything specific to mention like the other stuff. Played lots of different games. Sometimes the hours dipped. I didn't stream very much in December. That's just because holidays are bad. Also, I was sick as shit that December. I remember. If anybody remembers, it was hard for me to talk. So, yeah. But yeah, we played lots of different things. Around September, I dropped the I got addicted to Marvel Snap. You can see I was really addicted to Marvel Snap. I played a shit ton of Marvel Snap. I didn't realize, but I played more Marvel Snap in 2023 than I played DVD, which is wild. I played a lot of Marvel Snap. It's a really fun game, actually. It's a really fun game. Marvel Snap. I endorse Marvel Snap. It's a good game. Worth checking out if you like card games or if you like Marvel. Either one. But yeah, all those streams are good. Honestly, I was just sick, and the holidays are not great for me. So, but January rolled around, and I knew that Tarkov was coming back, and I'm gonna say that this year honestly hasn't been great for me. 2023 was a decent year. I can't complain too much about 2023. You know what I mean? Like, the streaming was really making me happy. I was able to put a lot of time into it, and like, there wasn't too much life stuff going on behind the scenes. 2024, not so much. There's been a lot of stressful life stuff going on behind the scenes, and the last like 2 months I haven't streamed much at all, and obviously next month I'm not going to stream except for like 4 streams, or this month, December, I'm only going to stream like 4 times. So yeah, this year honestly has been pretty shit. But I mean, it's been shit, and I've been pretty unhappy, but I still put in some good stream hours, before, and some good streams, and I don't think the quality of the streams dropped too much. And I have something worse to compare this year to, the year that was awful. So I mean, it's been bad, but could be worse. So it's fine. But it's been pretty fucking shit, to be fair. But the streams were good, honestly. Like, I really enjoyed the Tarkov. I played a shit ton of it. It's weird that for some reason Tarkov seems to be when I put in a crazy amount of hours. It's just something about Tarkov, I guess. But I mean, that's like 3 months of straight 250 hours, mostly Tarkov. But I did play some other stuff here and there. And the streams were good, honestly. I did get hosted in February, by Glorious E, while I was playing Tarkov, and that was really good. It definitely made me happy and stuff, but because I knew that the chance of me having to give up streaming, because I was thinking about my cats and stuff like that, going into 2024, and I was thinking about this moment. I wasn't really thinking about it as much from like an enjoyment stage. I was thinking like, can this make me successful? You know what I mean? Can this? And I do regret that. Um, like I didn't do anything differently. I just tried to stream as much as I could and make the streams as good as I could. But I didn't like enjoy the moment specifically as much. I remember focusing more on like, can this be what I need? You know what I mean? To be able to keep streaming forever. But so I definitely didn't look at it as happily as I should have. Um, but I think I was getting desperate because I was thinking of this moment now. I was thinking of the dread of the realistic future scenario, and I mean it happened anyway. So I should have just enjoyed it and been more mindful of that. But I mean I didn't do anything differently other than just not look at it from the right perspective. If that makes sense. Like I didn't do anything differently. I didn't uh conduct myself in any different way, which I'm proud of. You know what I mean? Because I might have. And when I was done with Tarkov, I moved on. And like legitimately, I didn't keep playing Tarkov because of like the viewer numbers or whatever. I legitimately just like the viewer numbers weren't even that good. I was still playing Tarkov and they weren't that good. I just kept playing Tarkov because like I was kind of pretty unhappy and I couldn't really bring myself to want to play anything else. And I was kind of just stuck on Tarkov. Like, and I was in this weird mindset where like I wanted to keep playing Tarkov because it was familiar and because I was used to it. But I also kind of was fucking sick of it and was kind of done with Tarkov, especially after the May stuff that happened. After they dropped the Unheard of edition, I was like super fucking done. I was like, peace. I want out of this bitch. But I was, like I said, this year hasn't been that great to me, and you can see the viewer number, or not the viewer numbers, the hours really dropped down, and so I was just kind of done with Tarkov, and I couldn't really find anything else to play. Late August and September was actually good, and it's literally like, I mean, other than I'd say April, I mean like May, June, July, and most of August was pretty bad, honestly. And I'm not super happy with the streams because I was pretty unhappy and I wasn't playing other stuff and I wasn't streaming all that much. So I'm not super happy with that. And then we never really got like a chance for a rebound because the September and a little bit of August, we had some fun times. The XCOM, The Walking Dead, that was super fun. The little bit of Deadlock, the PUBG, that stuff was fun. But then immediately just went into the PC issues, and you can see October, November, and I've had the like family emergency stuff early October. So honestly, like, yeah, this year just hasn't been great. And it's kind of culminated with like this decision. You know what I mean? And it's a shame. It's a shame. It makes me sad. The Rogue Legacy was fun as well. The Rogue Legacy was fun. We did place a couple other games here and there. But oh, you guys can't see my crosshair. I didn't realize, or my cursor. I said this area when I was saying this area. That's what I meant. This area. Oh yeah, well I was talking about viewer numbers. I was looking at the viewer numbers in like this area right here. I was like looking at the games that I was playing and stuff like after the stream. I never looked during the stream. I have it disabled, but I was looking after the stream and I was like, oh, like what is doing the best? You know what I mean? Like, can I should I keep playing this? Should I play something else? I was still prioritizing what I enjoyed, but I was taking into account the viewer numbers and stuff like that. But I stopped, and I was just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, if I think it's fun content and I'm enjoying it, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm going to be more mindful of what I did in the past with Borderlands, where it wasn't fun content and it was just what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And I think I have. I don't think I've done anything that wasn't fun content that somebody would enjoy. You know what I mean? I don't think I've done anything. Like, I think the World of Tanks, the Tarkov, they were fun if you were interested in those games. But if you weren't, yeah, you might not be interested. And it was what I wanted to do at the time. Like, I know Tarkov, it didn't seem like I was super enjoying it, but it's what I wanted to do because, like I said, I was unhappy with other life stuff, and I just couldn't really bring myself to want to do anything else. I just wanted to keep doing what was familiar. So it wasn't like I was super happy with the game, but it was still the choice I wanted to make. So hopefully that kind of clears that up a little bit of why I played Tarkov for so fucking long. I just didn't really want to move on to anything else. I was just kind of unhappy and wanted something that was familiar and easy to jump on every day, and I didn't have to worry about it. But I definitely was not excited to stream a lot of the time because I was like, well, I was excited to stream, but I wasn't excited to play Tarkov. I was like, Tarkov. Ugh, Tarkov. It was after May, though. It was after May that it really dropped off. Like, I was getting kind of burnt late April and stuff, and, like, going into May. But after they did that on Herd shit, I was like, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is stupid. Like, it really just wasn't it for me. That really kind of, like, killed my fucking appreciation for Tarkov totally. But not Tarkov itself, but the devs. I don't know. That shit just, like, gross. But whatever. Yeah, I think that's about it, honestly. Kind of talked about everything. Hopefully that sheds some light on some things. I know that, like I think talking about it in this way kind of clears everything up. And I mean, I don't think, you know, there's ever going to be that much to talk about going forward because I'm not going to be streaming as much. So, I don't know. I kind of just wanted to go through it and talk about it, you know what I mean? Have it out there, you know what I mean? It'll be on the VODs channel. But I know this stream has been pretty serious and serious topics and stuff like that. I know it's not the most fun thing in the world, but, you know, I did kind of try and warn people just so that they knew, you know, like, if you don't want to tune in, that's perfectly fine. But it's there for the people who want to watch it. It'll go up on the VODs channel. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was kind of crying at points, but I don't fucking give a shit. Who cares? Who cares? People want to be assholes about it, then people will be assholes, and I'll tell them to go fuck themselves. I don't give a shit. Life sucks sometimes, you know, and it's okay to be sad about it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just sad for myself. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. And I mean, you could say, like, oh, why are you streaming it, weirdo? But, like I said, if you don't want to tune in, there's the door. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to hang out, that's cool. I'm not expecting it. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if anybody would fucking watch this stream. But, you know, or if people would stick around once I started talking about serious stuff. But, you know, if people do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, it's there for the people who want it. The information's there. If not, that's cool too. You know what I mean? It doesn't bother me. But I think that's about it. Unless anybody has any, like, questions about anything. If you have any questions you want to ask, that's perfectly fine. I'm open to answering stuff. But I think that's about it, honestly. I did talk about my plans going forward for the stream and stuff. I am going to do probably like 4 streams in December. I'm going to do the Game Awards. We're going to stream the Game Awards. I'm going to make sure that my internet's, I'm going to call a different ISP. Might do that after today's stream. Call a different ISP and get some different internet, because it does turn out that the internet issues I've been having has been my ISP, just FYI. They've been really shit lately. Just like the last couple months, it turns out. But I've been so obsessed with the PC issues that I haven't been as focused on the internet issues, so I haven't been able to really clearly figure out what's going on with that. But now it's pretty certain that it's them. So I'm going to switch ISPs at this point. There's a good option, I think. So I think I'm gonna switch to something else. I'm gonna call them up pretty soon and get that done. And possibly get fiber as well. I think I'm getting fiber, so that will be a little bit better, hopefully. I don't know. But I want to do that because, well, I mean, it's cheaper as well, and just better internet. So I mean, I do use my computer and stuff, and the streams that I do will be better. But like I said, there's a potential I might not stream. I mean, I'm definitely not going to stream for like a month or 2 after these 4 streams. Like, there's just no time. I got stuff to do. I got stuff to figure out, life stuff to sort out. After that, like I said, there's a chance of weekly streams, like weekends, or there's a chance of no streams. So, you know, a bit of a gap there. But I am going to get like a new headset, hopefully, and a new computer, just because I need one regardless. And depending on what my plan is, I might build a computer and set it up so that I can do some weekend streams, because I might be like staying in this location longer, or I might be moving. I don't know. So I'm gonna be trying to figure that out. And if I do end up moving, then I'm gonna wait until I'm settled in a new place, then build my computer, set things up, get a good schedule going with whatever like job, school schedule I got going on, and so I can figure out when I can stream consistently and then do like weekend streams, and play some of the games and stuff. But if I end up staying in this location, then I'll just start doing the weekend streams now, and kind of get that rolling so that I can get through some of those games. And there's still some people who are interested now, rather than like in a year I do them and nobody knows who the fuck I am anymore. You know what I mean? So hopefully that kind of explains what I'm trying to figure out. Just figuring out life stuff. Just, big life decisions and stuff, figuring out how that's gonna go. So yeah, I will fill you guys in whenever I can. Like I said, I will be playing all the games that are on the list in my Discord announcement channel, in the pinned comment. Everything in there, in the pinned message, will be played eventually, and it will be uploaded on the VODs channel after it is played. So if you do want to follow that VODs channel, or join the Discord, that kind of stuff. I mean, like, this isn't for me, it's for you guys. Like, I'm not trying to shout out any of my stuff. I mean, at this point, I've accepted that it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to amount to anything. Like, I'm just doing it for fun, and doing it because, I said I would play those games, and I do enjoy streaming. So, and, but yeah, like, if you do want to check those things out, there is still value in them if you do want to check out. And I will be uploading my YouTube probably still like twice a week. YouTube I can still kind of do while I'm doing other stuff. It's just with streaming, I have to sit down, have a set time that I'm going to stream, especially if I'm not doing it daily. I have to like know when I'm going to be available for at least like a 4-hour span, I feel like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, if I'm only streaming for like 3 hours, what are we going to accomplish in 3 hours? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So streaming is just like too difficult to nail down without a lot of free time. Why it's difficult to get into streaming, because it's hard to have that free time while still being able to support yourself. It's very much a privileged position to even be able to attempt to stream a lot of the time. I understand that, don't get me wrong. But I mean, it's not like I'm fucking living lavishly or anything. My life situation and living conditions and happiness has been pretty fucking shit for, I don't know, like 6 years, something like that. It's not like I'm living lavishly, but I do understand that I am privileged to be able to stream as much as I have, and to be able to put as much time into it and do that stuff. And I mean, I have tried my hardest. I know that, it's like, well, why couldn't you have done more? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you have, been on time more, or, streamed more regularly, or, why'd you miss so many days? Why didn't you stream on multiple platforms? Why didn't you, do this, do that, promote yourself, network, all this kind of stuff? Like, I don't know, fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. I tried. Like, I tried. I know I tried. But, the only person asking those questions is you. I know. But, I don't know. I don't know the answers. I wish I had done all those things. You know what I mean? But I tried and I couldn't. You know what I mean? I just fell short. And so, I don't know. I let myself down. I know that. Wish I'd done better. But like, that's the thing. Like, I wish I had done better, but I don't see how I could have. You know what I mean? That's the most frustrating part. It's like, I don't see how I could have, because I know how much I cared, and I know how much I tried. And so if I cared as much as I did, and I tried as hard as I could, why didn't I do better? You know what I mean? It's not like I wasn't capable of those things. I just didn't do them. But I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know if I am capable of fucking being on time, or like, sometimes it's genuinely not my fault. Like, as much as I like, I genuinely sometimes was not my fault. Like, I have cats, people need me to do shit for them. I have like social responsibilities to some people. So, like, sometimes it's legitimately not my fault that I'm late. But streaming every day, I mean, like, Sometimes some days are just a fucking kick in the nuts, you know, and it's like you just can't do it, you know what I mean? And maybe I should have pushed myself, but it's like I'm not fucking good at putting on a face, man, and smiling and nodding. I mean, like, that's not who I am. Like, I can be happy in moments if I'm happy in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, even if I'm in like this last, 2024, I haven't been having a great year, but I'm able to still enjoy the streams when I'm happy during the streams. But I can't fake being happy like in a moment. That's not who I am. Like, I just can't do it. I mean, like, you've seen the fucking streams the last like 2 months. Anybody's watched them, like, I've been pretty fucking miserable because of the PC issues. And it's like I've said during those streams, like, it's because streaming is it's what I look forward to. It's the one thing I do that makes me happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's the one thing I look forward to every day. And it being ruined by those PC issues and just be frustrating is like, it was killing my mood. Like, I was so unhappy because it was just like nothing to look forward to. It's like, oh, I'm gonna stream today and my PC is gonna be shit and it's gonna be stuttering and it's gonna be fucking demoralizing and whatever I try is not gonna work and I'm just gonna be fucking miserable. And that's exactly what happened every time. I still tried. I tried everything I could fucking think of. I can't not think of anything else to do to fix my computer. I am almost certain it is a hardware issue, but nothing is showing signs of being broken. Nothing. I checked my CPU cooler, my CPU, my motherboard seems fine, my power supply seems fine, my GPU seems fine. Like, it's my RAM seems fine. Like, nothing is showing signs of being broken. Like, it just doesn't work, and I don't understand. So I don't fucking know. Like, there's been no evidence of anything being broken. So it's just the thing's just. I mean, it's making fucking whirring noises now. Like, my fan sounds really bad. Like, it sounds like it's gonna fucking pop and like explode. But I checked it. The CPU cooler is stable. The fan is attached to the cooler. It's stable. It's definitely the fan, because when I turn it up, it sounds worse. When I turn it down, it sounds less worse. And when I turn the computer off, it instantly stops because the fan stops. So I know it's the fan making the whirring noises, but I don't know what the problem is. It could just be old. And I checked it. All the blades are fully intact. It's not rattling or anything like that. It looks like it's spinning inconsistently, which might be like dirt on the blades and stuff, right? If it builds up, I tried cleaning them, nothing changed. Didn't change the noise whatsoever. So I don't fucking know what the problem is with that. But I think this computer is just on the way out. But I can't complain. I mean, I got 10 fucking years, right? I mean, that's pretty good, right? But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking demoralizing when the only computer I have for the only hobby that I have for the only thing that makes me happy is called e-waste by other people, and they say it's not even worth $100. It's like, wow, okay. That fucking sucks. But that's just life, that's just life. While yeah, but might be getting a new computer, so might be getting a new computer. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's about it. Like I said, unless anybody has anything they want to ask or talk about, I think that's about it. Definitely a bit of a venting stream, venting my emotions a little bit and my frustrations, and just talking about. Get a top of the line machine for 5,000. People still be calling it e-waste 2 years later. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, like, they're not wrong though. That's the thing. Like, people calling a 5,000 machine e-waste is like them being stupid, but they're not wrong about my computer. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point to buy a computer like this anymore. Like, what's the point? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, there's more computers that are better than it than worse than it. You know what I mean? Like, it's than it itself. You know what I mean? Like, they don't make the parts anymore, so yeah. But I know that people in the tech industry are fucking stupid. Like, it's a very stupid industry. Like, I don't know. It's just silly. Very silly. But well, I'm hoping I'll get a new computer. It's not going to be anything top of the line, but just like a nice mid-lane computer, mid-lane. What is it? Mid-range computer that is going to, you know, be high quality to last me going forward, which is what was this computer. Well, I'd say like mid to high range, because this computer was like mid to high range. I spent like $1,000 on it, and I mean for, you know, 16-year-old, for, yeah, no, 15-year-old spending like $1,000. I think I did a pretty good job. Built a computer as well. It lasted me 10 years. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I was 15. I'm now 20. How old am I? 23. I built it early 2016, I think. Oh, fuck, I was 14, actually. Yeah, 14. I built it early 2016. 14. So, I mean, it's lasted me up until probably early 2025. So, it's lasted 9 years. 9 years. Lasting around 10 years sounds pretty solid. No, yeah, it is. It is pretty solid. I did a good job building it, legitimately. Like, the cable management's actually solid. Like, I've never really had any problems with it. Like, there's been little problems, but I mean, it still ran pretty fucking smooth for 9 years. And especially building it when I was 14 years old. I mean, can't complain about that. Complain. So, it's held on for a long time. I mean, I was able to stream, too. Streaming is pretty intensive, so worked out. I'm going to get something similar, I think. I have to build it, which is going to be a pain in the ass. But, get something similar like I did before, which is like something mid to high range and will last a while, but good value. I'm looking at like either some kind of AMD card. People are really rating AMD cards now, but I've never had an AMD card except for once, and it burnt on me. So it might have been my fault, or it might have been a faulty card, or it might have just been AMD overheating. I'm not sure. I kind of worried about an AMD chip. I don't know. I've been looking at AMD chips. People say AMD chips are pretty good these days, though. So I'm not sure. But I was looking at like DDR4 RAM and space for an NVMe for the future, but not like urgently, because I don't need one urgently. And I was just going to use my same monitors and keyboard and mouse and stuff, so I just need a whole new motherboard and case and CPU cooler, all that kind of stuff. I think it was like the Silent Assassin or something people said is a really good CPU cooler. I was looking at that. I don't know. I'm going to be buying PC parts tomorrow, probably, is kind of the plan, because it's Cyber Monday. So, like I said, buying them and then seeing if I can afford them and then returning them if not. Before I like mess with them at all. Because I don't really have the money now, but I can potentially get the money. But then the sales are going to be gone, so yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but that's what happens. It's life, so gonna have to figure all that out, but I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I do. So talking about the 4 streams in December, I'm gonna do like a Houndmaster stream where we just play the new killer in DVD. She's not that great, but it'll be kind of fun, I think. And I said I would, before I kind of accepted that I wasn't gonna fix the PC issues and it was just gonna be bad. So we'll do that. I think it'll be kind of a fun stream, even with the issues. It will still be fun, like the PC issues. Going to do a DVD Christmas stream, like when the Christmas event starts, because I said I would. I don't know when that starts. I can go check. Go check. 1 sec. Sorry. Let me see when that might be happening. The Christmas. I don't know if I'll do it right when the Christmas event comes out, but just you know, at some point during the Christmas event, I'll do a stream and we'll do some Survivor and some Killer. That'll be the plan. Don't think they've really talked about it yet, so that is still up in the air. So yeah, I'll figure that out when they announce when that's gonna be. But yeah, we'll do a Houndmaster stream. I'll play the Houndmaster. We'll do a Christmas event. I'll do a little bit of Survivor, a little bit of Killer. We'll do a movie stream. Not sure what movie to watch. If you have any recommendations, give it a head. But we'll do like a little watch party movie stream with chat. Maybe a couple movies if I can find a couple good ones. And we're gonna do the Game Awards because I said I would do that, and that's actually something I really enjoyed. And I think that's a good solid thing to do, and it'll be a good time before the before I stop streaming kind of for a while. So yeah. Because the next 1 to 2 months, like after I do those 4 streams, there's gonna be like no streams at all for like 1 to 2 months at least. And then going forward, I'll give you guys more info kind of. But yeah. So we'll do those 4 streams in this month. I don't know when exactly, like I said, but we'll figure it out. Game Awards is December 12th, and I'll do the Houndmaster stream before then. Movie stream will probably be after the Game Awards, and then the DVD stream is up in the air because I don't know when the event starts. But it'll probably be later in December. So like 4 streams, and we'll figure out the exact times. But the Game Awards stream should be fun. It's like 7 p.m. EST, I think, on December 12th. Game Awards 2024 date. Looked already. 7:30 p.m. EST. So that would be 4 hours and 20 minutes from now. So whatever time it is, 4 hours and 20 minutes from now, it will be at that time on the 12th. So if you do want to tune in, we'll be watching it, kind of watch party, watching it, talking about it, kind of laughing at some of the cringe stuff, all that good stuff, taking guesses of what's going to win each award, that kind of good stuff, reacting to the new trailers of games and stuff. It was a really good time last year, so if you do want to tune in for that, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. If you like gaming, definitely worth checking it out. If you do also just want to watch the main stream without my stupid commentary, that's perfectly fine too. I recommend tuning in. It's a fun year. Cheering for a DLC to win Game of the Year. Honestly, maybe. There's not been very many great games this year, I feel like. I was looking through, and so another Anthony Mackie appearance. Maybe. Was it last year that he seemed drunk, or was that somebody else? Was it him that seemed drunk? He was weird during it, right? Or was that somebody else that was weird? Can't remember. Why did he even show up? I think it was him, yeah. Oh, I don't have alerts on. Terrible streamer. Thank you very much for subscribing for 15 months. What's up, Mandy? How you doing? Welcome. I might be able to set up the alerts just so that you can probably set up alerts, to be honest, but I've kind of given up on setting all that stuff back up because I'm not really gonna stream as much. Because when I reset my computer at the wipe, it just kind of wiped everything. So, and I was going to get around to setting it all back up, but there's just no point at this point. Just no point. A lot of people seem weird, not gonna lie. No, you're absolutely right. A lot of people did seem weird. You're not wrong at all. Hopefully you're doing well though, Mandy. Thank you very much for the 15 months. I do really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Why can't you stream anymore? I did just explain it over the last 2.5 hours, so I apologize. But I mean, I can't really support my cats and myself in a healthy way while putting as much time into streaming as I have been. So I'm not really able to put as much time into it anymore. My cats are getting older. They're not the healthiest and in the best living conditions, and I owe it to them to do better for them, if that makes sense. And obviously streaming doesn't make enough money to support myself. So the time I put into it is just not really possible. So I just kind of had to give up on it, which it sucks, but it's important. So for my cats, like I said, if it was just for me, it wouldn't matter. I'd just keep going because it's something I really enjoy. But because of my cats, I can't really do that in good conscience. I can play your thing, I think. Hopefully that sums it up. I talked about it in more detail over the last like 2.5 hours or 3.5 hours, but hopefully that sums it up. So hopefully that sums it up. There's like a lot more to it, I feel like, but I think that sums it up. And you don't have to say sorry. Sorry? No, you don't have to say sorry. It's okay. It's life. Hey, look at the little cat. I love that little cat with his little teddy bear. He gives him a hug. Real cute. Real cute. Oh, I did have a picture, actually. Wait a second. I got one of the cutest pictures ever. You don't have to say sorry. It's nobody's fault except my own. Nobody has anything to be sorry about. I'm not looking for pity or anything like that. Not saying that, your sorry is misplaced, but I appreciate it regardless. But it's just life. It's just life. It's the part of life people don't tell you about a lot of the time, or people don't talk about, but life sucks, is what it is. And you deal with it. I have a picture I'm gonna send because it's adorable. I was hanging out with my cats, as you do, because I love them. I don't post about my cats enough, but I also don't think that anybody cares that much. And I just picked him up because I love him, obviously. And I just picked him up and somebody took a picture. Sorry, I'm trying to get it so you guys can see it at the same time. I'll bring it up on stream, actually. And he is the most photogenic cat ever. I swear to God. He is so photogenic. Any picture you take of him, he looks like an angel. But he is a little mischievous motherfucker. But he is adorable. I pick him up. No plan for a picture. Somebody just, brings up their phone, takes a picture of him. Look at this little dude. Look at him. Isn't he just the cutest little dude? I love him. I don't know how he can look so goddamn cute every time. He's just the cutest. He's so cute. I love him. He's really cute. He's adorable. He's got great whiskers too. They look really cute. I think it's because of his black face. The white whiskers, they like contrast really well. He's adorable. He is a little mischievous motherfucker, though. He loves to get into everything. Have I told the story about how he likes goldfish? I don't know if I've told this story, but I really like goldfish crackers, right? I think they're really tasty. I eat like whole bags of goldfish crackers. And I was eating goldfish crackers once, and I dropped one. And he kind of like went over and sniffed it, and he kind of like licked it, right? I was like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I took it away from him. And then the next time I was eating goldfish crackers, I gave him one. And I was like, here you go. You know what I mean? Here's a goldfish cracker. You like them, right? And I was just kind of joking. And he ate it, right? And I was like, what the fuck? Why did you just eat that? Like, why did you eat a goldfish cracker? And you could hear him like, ark, 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 ark. He's crunching on it. And I was like, what the fuck, you little weird cat? Why are you eating that? I didn't expect him to actually eat it. Obviously, it's probably not the healthiest for him. So I didn't give him any more. But then the next time I was eating goldfish crackers, he smelled the bag and he was like trying to get into it. And I was like, okay, I took that away from him. I was like, what are you doing? You don't actually like goldfish that much. And then he followed my hand. So I like moved it over on the left side and he was like, wait, where are you taking that? And he followed over. And I moved on the other side because I was like, do you actually want the goldfish? And he followed it. And I was like, what the fuck? Why does my cat like goldfish? Because I wasn't actually expecting him to like them. Like I was mostly just joking. Because I was like, he's not going to actually like a goldfish cracker. But now he wanted one. He legitimately was like, I know there's goldfish in there. Give me one. I want one. I did cave and I gave him one, but to be fair, it was like years apart, so I think he's fine. He knows the box. We have one. He's your son. What do you expect? No, yeah. He likes goldfish. He likes the crunch. He likes the crunch. You can hear him like crunching it up too. It's funny. It's funny. I mean, to be fair, cat food is like very, very salty from what I know. Like it's very, very salty food. So I don't know why I like yelled there. So I think that, you know, like goldfish are pretty salty too. So, and I mean, I doubt cats should have goldfish, so I don't feed it to them regularly. But, I mean, you know, I gave him one, and then I gave him another one like years later, so I think he's fine. But one time, I do have this one story. Midge, another one of my cats. I don't know if I have a picture of Midge that I can bring up on stream. Let me see. I can bring up pictures of tons of my cats. You know what? That'd be kind of fun. Maybe I can do that. Might be able to bring up a picture of every cat. Can I do that? Do I have a picture of every cat on my computer? Let me see. I might have a picture of every cat on my computer. No, I don't think I do. I mostly have Grayson because he's the most photogenic little dude I've ever seen. He's so photogenic. Every picture you take of him, he looks. He always looks so cute. I can bring up. I got 2 more pictures actually. Okay, I can bring up 2 more pictures. Oh, 3 more actually. 3 more pictures. Like, look at this dude. I'm gonna bring up another picture actually, because he's so photogenic. Like, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Like, every picture of him, he's so cute. Oh my god, he's so cute. Love him. Okay, I'm gonna bring up a whole bunch of pictures of Grayson for a second, okay? Just a whole bunch of pictures of Grayson. Because I love him. Let me. This is hard to do, but I'm figuring it out. Look at this picture. Look at him. Oh, it's really big. That down. Look at how cute he is. Oh, look at him. He's playing with a little toy. Playing with a little toy. He's so cute. I love him. I love him. He's so cute. This picture. Little mischievous man. Look at him. Look at how photogenic he is. Look at him. So photogenic. He's so cute. He's so cute. He looks so soft. Yeah, he is pretty soft. He's pretty soft. So cute. He's the cutest. He's the cutest. I've got 2 more pictures. 2 more pictures. Got this one. Oh, that's a small picture. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. And I got one more. Actually, I got another one too. This one. Big stretch. Big stretch. And I got one more. Look at this. Look at that. He just has natural camera genes. Like, I don't know how he does it. Every picture. Look at him. He's always camera ready. It's funny because he's a little mischievous man too. He gets into everything. Everything. Like, he finds everything to mess with. He climbs into everything. He climbs on every shelf. He knocks everything over. He sniffs out every treat. He is a pain in the ass, but he's adorable. So it's fine. He gets away with it. I have a picture of Midge. Very big picture. A picture of Midge. Look at Midge. Oh. I know they look very similar, but they are different cats. Just to let you know. She's very cute. She's very cute. This is when she looks the happiest, when she's sleeping. Otherwise, she's got a pissy fucking look on her face all the time. She's like Grumpy Cat. She just always looks very mad. But when she's sleeping, she looks really cute and cuddly. But she's not cute and cuddly. I mean, she is cute, but not so much the cuddly part. She's adorable, though. I love her. I love her. She doesn't love me as much because I try and pick her up, and she does not like that. She does not like that. I'm trying to not pick her up as much, though. I'm trying not to. And this is Grayson, all curled up in a little ball. Calf. Calfsy. I don't have as many pictures of Calf because she's a little bit like crazy. she kind of like minds her own business and just kind of, I don't know. She's always up to shit. It's a good picture though. Calf has a nose strip on it. She kind of does. You're not wrong, actually. You're not wrong. She is actually the only one of my cats that has a white ear. It's like she always looks a bit like different when I look at her, and it's always like hard to place why, but it's because she has one white ear. She's the only one with a white ear. Everybody else has two black ears. So her ear looks very different. It's like kind of like see-through, and it's like pink and whitish. Whereas everybody else's ear is very like opaque. It's not transparent. So she always looks a bit like strange when I look at her. Not in like a mean way, but like just like, I don't know, it just like looks very visually different, if that makes sense. But she's very white too, as you can see. Like she's got very few black spots on her. She's cute. She's a cute cat. She's a cute cat. I do have one more image, which most people are probably gonna be like, that's the same cat, dude, stop fucking lying. But it's not the same cat, I swear. I swear it's not the same cat. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I'm showing pictures of my cats, but they just are really cute. There you go. Not the same cat. Very cute. I mean, you can tell by their face, for sure. But a lot of people say they look similar and can't tell the difference between all of them, which is fair, because they all look pretty similar. But that is Warrior. Warrior. Really cute. I like the little sun on her face. She looks really cute. She's leaping. She's eeping. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about my cats. I can leave the picture over up. I do really love them. They're adorable and they mean a lot to me. Like I said, I mean, I owe them a lot. I owe them a lot. My life, honestly. But some people would find that stupid, but I don't really care. Because I know it's true. So that's what matters. Spectacular talk. Thank you. Thank you. But I think that about wraps it up, honestly. I don't think there's really much else to say. I don't think there's much else to talk about. Like I said, unless anybody has any questions or anything. Um the VOD is available. If you missed anything or if you weren't able to catch it live, that's fine. The VOD is available. Your cup is like totally falling off, but actually I don't even know why I'm wearing this, to be honest. I'm not listening to anything. Yeah. So what was I saying? Can't remember. Yeah, the VOD will be available. So if you weren't able to catch it live or you missed anything, it's all there. It'll be I'll post it with the same title as this stream on my VODs channel. So if you do want to watch it back, it's there. Like I said, I don't get anything from that. So even if you do watch it back, like I'm just providing it for you guys, not for any kind of personal gain. But yeah, all the information is in the last 3 hours. I will be posting a comment, kind of maybe summarizing. I'll be posting a thing in my Discord, kind of, and my Twitter, kind of summarizing it, probably as best I can. Although I do feel like a lot of it's important, but that's probably just because it's my story to tell. Other people probably don't care about all the details as much, but yeah, I'll post a comment like summarizing, and I'll post saying what the plan for the future is, because that's pretty important for people to know. So I'll post that stuff and kind of understand what's going on with that. And like I said, we'll do like 4 streams in this month. So like 4 streams. We'll do the movie stream, do the game awards, do a DVD Christmas stream, and do a Houndmaster stream. Houndmaster should be within the next like 10 days. I don't know when exactly, but I will give you guys like a couple day heads up going into that. Maybe try and do it on the weekend. So maybe Saturday, or yeah, I think I'll aim for Saturday, probably Saturday or Sunday. I'll aim for Saturday or Sunday, 7th or the 8th, and then we got the Game Awards on the 12th on Thursday night, and probably the Christmas event probably a little bit later than that. Yeah, and movie stream, I don't know, just try and fit that in wherever. So yeah, hopefully that gives people info, and thank you for listening. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I don't know how many people are here. I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but I don't care at the same time. It was just to, like I said, just talk about it, give an explanation, get the information out there, and explain myself a little bit, and kind of like just talk about it and be honest. I know that it's kind of weird for me to be this honest. It's not really how people operate these days. A lot of society is very closed off and fake, but I don't really like that stuff. I feel like things need to be said. You know what I mean? Some things need to be said, and people should be more open. And so I was just honest about how I feel and stuff, and maybe maybe I'm being more emotional than I need to be, but I don't know. I'm just being honest and being truthful to how I feel, and yeah. So hopefully people appreciate that. People are interested to hear everything I had to say, and if not, that's okay too. It helps me get it off my chest and stuff. So thank you guys for listening and hanging out if you did. I know it wasn't the most fun stream, or the most exciting stream, or anything like that, but I think it was important, and that's what matters. So, but yeah, I think that's gonna be about it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. Do really appreciate it. Um, appreciate your candor. I don't know what the fuck it means. I've heard that word before. What it means. Candor. Quality of being open or honest in expressionness or expression. Frankness. Okay. Got some candor. I guess. um, but well, I'm glad you appreciate it. Hopefully other people do too. If not, that's okay. It's just how I operate. It's who I am, and that's always how my stream has been. I've always been true to who I am, and if people don't like it, that's okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's gonna be about it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. I do really appreciate it. Like I said, I know it's not a fun stream, but I do feel like it was important. So thank you guys for listening. If you did, if you didn't too, that's okay. Thanks for all the streams. You're very welcome, man. Thank you for tuning in to all the streams. It really does mean a lot. And I'm glad you enjoyed all of them. And like I said to everybody as well, that reminds me, not like talking to you personally, but if people aren't able to tune in as much anymore, don't feel bad, don't feel guilty. It's nothing like it's not your fault. I'm not expecting anyone to still show up to the streams when I do stream. I'm not expecting anything. Streams are for me and for anybody else who enjoys them. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna hold anything. I'm not holding any expectations for people to show up. I don't want people to think that way. That's not what this is about. That's not how I operate. Like, stream has always just been there for people if they want it. You know what I mean? And so that's exactly how this stuff is going forward. You know what I mean? Like, if you want it, my YouTube videos will be there. The VODs will be there. I'll, stream occasionally. You know what I mean? I'm still going to play those games. But I understand it's not the same as it was before. You know what I mean? And life happens. People might not be able to tune in. It's all perfectly okay. Like I said, this is never about any kind of like wanting anything from anybody or any kind of pity party. It's just, like I said, I just want to talk about it, be honest, give some explanation, explain it in detail, get it off my chest, that kind of stuff. So hopefully people understand that and don't think that there's any other kind of manipulative reason behind any of this, because that's just not who I am. And hopefully people understand that, because I know some people are fucking shitty nowadays, and people throw pity parties or try and manipulate people into feeling bad, and it's just gross. So I don't want to come across that way. So hopefully, because of the way I conduct myself, it's very clear that's not the case. But yeah, if you guys want to tune in, the streams will be there. You know what I mean? I'll be doing some streams here and there, and try and play those games. And I will be uploading some videos. Right now I'm uploading a playthrough of the Hex that I did on stream a while ago, because it's not uploaded anywhere. So we'll be uploading that. I'll be doing some fresh videos too, recording some stuff here and there that I just feel passionate about and want to talk about. Maybe some movie reviews. If I'm not streaming, I have more time, so it's like segmented time, but maybe some movie reviews, stuff like that. I've always wanted to do some movie reviews, so maybe. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's all kind of up in the air, and I'll figure it out, and I'll let you guys know when I can, if it's anything that is related to my streaming or YouTube or anything like that. I'm very glad you enjoyed your stay too, by the way, Fluffkin. Sorry I didn't respond to that. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the stream and you're new and you want to see some streams in the future, even if they're not regular or common occurrence, you can hit the follow button down below, just so you can get a notification when I go live and stuff. I do mostly gaming stuff, but sometimes I talk about other random shit too. And yeah, I do have a YouTube channel where I post gaming videos mostly, about twice a week. Post some shorts, some videos, just general gaming content. It's lots of good stuff up on there if you want to check it out. I will be uploading on there for, honestly, like a very long foreseeable future. So if you do want to check that out, you can. There's no real plans to put that on pause or anything. Honestly, I have more time for it if I'm not streaming, because like I said, streaming is just like very specific segments of time, you know what I mean? And whereas YouTube, I can jump on, do 30 minutes of editing, and then go do something else, and come back, do 10 minutes of editing, go do something else. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot easier to manage that. So yeah, if you do want to check out the YouTube, there'll be common videos up on there about twice a week. Some maybe like 3 times a week. Honestly, I uploaded like 3 times last week, I think, just because I was able to. And yeah, so if you want to check that out, just general gaming stuff. And I'll be uploading lots of old content that isn't saved anywhere, so it's not available right now, and you probably haven't seen it before unless you were there for that stream that happened. But I'll also be uploading some new stuff. Whenever I have something I want to make, I'm just going to make it. You know what I mean? So I do enjoy making YouTube videos. It's not the same as streaming for me, and it's like definitely not the same, but I do enjoy making YouTube videos. It is something that I have some passion for, so there will be some stuff up on there. I do also have the VODs channel. This stream will go up on there. I posted a link to that in chat as well. All my streams are up on there, every game I've ever played, basically, and as like full-length YouTube videos. I'll be posting this VOD up on there, so if you want to watch it back, it'll be the same title. It'll take me like a day or two to fully upload it, and you can watch this back if you missed anything, or you didn't catch part of the stream. You just want to hear all of it again. It's there for anybody to watch, and any streams I do in the future will also be uploaded on that channel. So especially because I'm streaming less commonly, you might miss a stream, might not know what's happening. I'll try and give you an early warning, but easy to miss it in the sea of life. So if you do want to check that out, all of my streams will be uploaded on there still forever. So any streams I do in the future will go up on there. I do also have a Twitter. I don't know what the fuck I'll post on Twitter. Maybe some gaming stuff, maybe some cat stuff if I feel like it, but Twitter's kind of a cesspool these days. But I'll still post some notifications on there for the stream and stuff. So if you use Twitter regularly, you can follow that if you want. There's a link in chat. And you can join my community Discord if you want to keep up with my YouTube stuff. I put out a notification on there every time I upload a YouTube video, or I also let you know when I'm going to be streaming, and I'll let you know like more detailed information up on my Discord on what my plan is going forward. So if you do want to check that out, there is information on there. But yeah, not like regular daily updates anymore, but there'll be some info on there. And I think that's about it, right? Yeah, I think that's about it. So, yeah, thank you everybody very much for watching. Thank you very much for always watching. Even if, there's only one stream where I made your day a little bit better, it means a lot that I could do that for somebody. And I really appreciate everybody who tunes into the streams and stuff. I know it's not going to be the same anymore, but it really has meant a lot to me over the years. So, thank you all very much for hanging out, enjoying the streams, and all that good stuff. It really does mean a lot to me, and it's made my life a lot better over the last year or two streaming. So I really appreciate everybody who's made the streams what they are just by tuning in, just by watching. You know what I mean? Even if you are just a lurker, you still were important because it was somebody that I was making happy, and that means a lot to me. So even if I don't even know it, you know what I mean? I know some people don't want to say anything or come forward, and that's perfectly okay. It's still means something to me. That's good enough. That's all that matters. So thank you all very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys had a good time, and hopefully it was some of a good time. Hopefully you appreciated it. I think that's a better thing to say. And hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.